The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Glenn Frazier, and welcome to the pregame show here on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports. Our game of the week is being brought to you by First State Orthopedics, with 29 physicians at 16 locations, providing both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions, specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. They serve as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational competitive leagues. Their docs are readily available to all the local emergency departments, medical aid, and urgent care centers for the consultation and treatment. Give them a call today at 302-322-3400 or visit firststateortho.com, and be sure to mention you saw their ad here on Delaware Live Sports. Tonight, the Central Crew is in Middletown for the Harvest Bowl and a rematch of last year's inaugural 3A state title game, won by the Cavaliers 28-22 at Delaware Stadium. These two have been playing each other since they were members of the original Diamond State Conference in the 1950s. But the rivalry has heated up in the past 7 years, especially since the Eagles moved up to the large school division. A Mike Judy team has never beaten Middletown in the regular season. He's 0-4, but they are 2-1 against the Cavaliers in the state playoffs. Let me bring in my broadcast partner, Pat Gariantes. And Pat, these are both traditional powers in the state. Many feel they are 1 and 2 in 3A, and that they'll likely meet again at the Tub.
Yeah, you're not kidding, Glenn. I mean, this is definitely the cream of the crop over the past few years here, without a doubt. The last 7 years, as you had mentioned, for sure. Always a great atmosphere. Both fan bases travel extremely well. It is an intense environment that you could tell the players get up for it. They know, they can feel that, and there's a lot of talent on both sides of the football. This is going to be one of the best games of the year. How about that, early on here in week 2?
Hey, earlier this week, we caught up with interim head coach Dan Wagner, and he's taken over temporarily because head coach Mike Judy is on temporary medical leave, non-life-threatening. And everybody here at Delaware Live 302 Sports is wishing him the best and hope that he gets back on the sidelines real soon. But we caught up with interim head coach Dan Wagner earlier in the week and asked him what this Harvest Bowl game, means to him. And then on the other side, after we hear from Coach, we'll have more on the Smyrna Eagles. With Dan Wagner, the interim head coach at Smyrna High School. And Coach, this game, this Harvest Bowl, it has a lot of meaning, I think, for both teams. But what does it mean to you and Smyrna, you being so close to the Appoquinimink School District and Middletown High School?
Well, it means a lot because you have two very proud programs, some blue-collar communities that are very close together. Our kids haven't won the Harvest Bowl. We beat them a few times in the state championship game, but our kids don't know what even the Harvest Bowl looks like. So it means a lot. We are always trying to obviously win every game, but this one in particular, because of the proximity and the fact we haven't beaten them very often. I'm actually a Middletown grad, so it means a lot for me too. I haven't had the opportunity to beat them in the regular season, and we'd love to do that. They are an absolutely amazing program, extremely well coached, great athletes all over the place. So it's going to be a tough challenge, but that's what we like in our program. We like to challenge ourselves, challenge our kids, and it's going to be a great battle.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, We are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home.
Thanks to interim head coach and defensive coordinator Dan Wagner for taking time out to speak to us. Smyrna has a lot of returning players on defense, Pat. They shut out Arundel last week 14-0. The unit will need a strong game tonight as the offense is still trying to establish itself, but a lot back on defense.
Yeah, you're not kidding. I mean, and it's all over the field. Up front, you go Julian Charlescar, Nate Chandler. Both of those guys can get it done for sure. Brandon West has been a big-time player for this team as well. There's players all over the place for this team, as well as, Cole Moyer as well. So his defense, as you mentioned, a lot of animals, a lot of guys that will get after the football and make it difficult for Middletown to move the ball offensively.
That unit, the defense for Smyrna, 44 sacks last year, and they were pretty good last year. They're a lot of talent coming back. Now, offensively, had to replace the quarterback, so senior Brian Wright will start there. He passed for 137 yards in that win last week. Markel Holman is the feature running back. He had 120 yards on the ground. He also caught 4 passes for nearly 50 yards in the win. Ymir Knight, Nolan Fretz returning wideouts from last year. Evan Blauer, the starting center, is back from last year, but they had to replace the rest of the offensive line.
Yeah, and that's going to be the key, right? I mean, Holman, he's just looking at him down there, physically imposing running back. Obviously, you know him from previous years, but he's going to be a welcomed addition to this team. Ymir Knight is a game-changing player. There's no doubt about it. JMU is going to get a good one. He's one of the 3 Knight brothers that we've seen play through the years, and he does have that explosivity with him. It's just going to come down, can they get the ball in the hands of their playmakers in space? And that's where, quarterback Brian Wright's going to have to step up and make some plays.
Well, we'll talk about the Middletown defense that will face that Smyrna offense when we come back after the commercial break. But first, we're going to hear from Cavalier head coach Zach Blum, his thoughts on the Harvest Bowl.
With the head coach of the Middletown Cavaliers, defending state champs in 3A, it's head coach Zach Blum. And coach, what a game coming up, Harvest Bowl. It's early in the season, but traditionally, you guys have done very well against Smyrna in the Harvest Bowl. I'm not even sure Smyrna's ever beat Middletown in the Harvest Bowl game, but you've had good success. Talk to us about what this means. The districts are side by side. The communities are kind of like intertwined. So what does this mean for Middletown and the program and your staff and kids?
For myself personally, it's certainly a game I grew up with. Even in Pop Warner, being a little guy playing in those games meant a lot. The way our community's changed, I don't know that it is quite the same for these guys. A lot of our student athletes have moved to the district in middle school or elementary school, so they didn't grow up with it quite the same way that we did. But obviously, it's a great game between 2 premier programs and something that we look forward to each year.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Blue Coast Seafood Grill and Raw Bar in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway, Blue Coast features indoor and outdoor dining and serves beautiful, simple food that highlights the flavors of Southern Delaware. With chef-inspired daily specials, an award-winning wine list, and an extensive list of craft cocktails and local beer, Blue Coast is the perfect spot for a night out. Blue Coast Seafood Grill in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round for lunch and dinner. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer.
Welcome back. The Cavaliers lost to the 24th ranked team in the nation, St. John's, out of D.C. last week. And later this season, Pat, they're going to visit the 13th ranked team, IMG, in Florida. I know it's great exposure for the Middletown kids, and certainly they look forward to these big-time opportunities.
Absolutely, Glenn. Yeah, getting to go out there and compete at the highest level against these elite programs that they're taking on. That's a unique opportunity that not many teams in the history of Delaware high school football have had the opportunity of doing. It's also, it's also a humbling experience too, right? Right now you're the big fish in the small pond and have been now for a few years. You get to go out and play against some of these bigger time teams, get some competition. It kind of makes you realize, okay, I got some work I got to do personally. So it's a great opportunity on both ends for the Middletown program.
Pat, you talked about Smyrna's offense, hoping to get the edge with the speed of Ymir Knight and then maybe up the middle with the power of Holman. Well, Middletown's got a couple of stud linebackers back from last year, Drew Beckford and Jaden Wheeler. They lead that defense tonight, and they're very strong in the secondary, too.
Yeah, they're very good up front, as you mentioned. And then, in the secondary, they get a player coming in here, junior, Ronald Davis, who came from Roman Catholic. He's originally a Middletown kid that went to play his high school ball up in Philly, decided to come back home. This kid gets after it on the defensive side of the ball. He's already got 3 Division I offers from West Virginia, Temple, and Duke. He's got interest as well from, and then number 42, defensive end Tristan Graham. This kid's big, Glenn, junior, 6'3", 245, runs a 4.5 40. Coach and recruiting coordinator here at Middletown for getting some of this information.
Captains for both teams heading to the center of the field. Were held to negative 21 yards on the ground. Pearson and Roberson both back, so they've got both the running backs back. They got some returning talent on the left side of the offensive line. And then Henson and Crosilla are back at wide receiver. And we're going to throw Ronald Davis, that starting secondary guy, into their mix as well. So loaded on offense, and maybe Middletown's offense a little bit ahead of.
This kid could play. Michigan State, Maryland, Cincinnati, University of Delaware, some others in the mix as well. He's a special talent there, and it seems like Middletown just continues to replenish year after year. Obviously, Mikey Pearson's been getting it done for 4 years here at two-sports star here. DSU Towson taking a look at him as well. There's talent all over the field for Middletown, and you're exactly right, Glenn. I mean, it's a matter of how can you get the ball into everybody's hands. Let's see how they spread it out here against the Smyrna defense.
Captains were out there for Smyrna. It was Nate Chandler, Ymir Knight, and Nolan Fretz. And for Middletown, Pearson, Beckford, Wheeler, Crosilla.
I'm Chef Hari Cameron. At Grandpa Mac, pasta's our thing. We serve quality food fast that's not fast food. We make everything in-house and serve something for everyone. We're open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Follow the noodle to Grandpa Mac.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822. Melissa Ellis is part of 4 Acre Realty Company. She is licensed in both Delaware and Pennsylvania. Melissa knows that being personable and patient is a key to her success as a realtor. Helping both buyers and sellers understand current market values and conditions puts them in the best position when making an offer or pricing a home for sale. That kind of high-level professional communication and her skill at being a team player put Melissa's clients at ease, knowing she has their best interests at heart. Melissa is also an athlete herself, playing multiple sports, so she understands what teamwork means. She is still involved in sports, whether it's sponsoring, coaching, or being team mom for her own 2 daughters' teams. What sets her apart is how grateful Melissa is for the trust of her clients. She never takes that trust for granted. She affords all people respect and honesty and works hard to be the support system clients need and deserve. Melissa Ellis, strong connections, strong service.
High school athletics is not what it used to be. The sporting goods industry has been disrupted, adding to coach and athletic director daily challenges.
Great crowd here tonight for this football game, our first state ortho game of the week. You're getting a camera shot across the field at what is the visiting side. Now, there are some Middletown fans that do sit over there because the Middletown fan base is so big, and they're very passionate about this team. They will take up the whole home stands down in front of us here in the press box. But great atmosphere for a game, the red and white of Smyrna and the blue and white of Middletown. And we're about ready. Smyrna's going to receive the opening kickoff in their road whites with the red numbers. And Middletown in the home blues. Kicking off from our left. Last year's defensive line, remember the name Duro Jaiwe. He's on the roster at Kentucky. Cody Harris Miller was headed to West Point. Derek Burke, those were the 3 down linemen, and they were really special. They pretty much dominated throughout the season last year. And, of course, the quarterback last year, Braden Davis, now at South Carolina.
A lot of talent. Has come through these two programs. Back deep for Smyrna, number 2, Joshua Guay, and number 8, Ymir Knight. Kicking off for the Cavs, number 87, Austin Hamm.
And he's the younger brother of Jack Hamm, who kicked
name.
last year. Yep. Great football name.
Great name.
Future big-time MVP and all-time Hall of Famer with the Steelers.
Penn State's finest.
Yeah. Boy, Penn State used to be linebacker U.
That's right.
It goes deep, far side of the field. It'll take a hop and be picked up at the 15-yard line. Coming to the near side, breaking 1 tackle, and getting out close to the 30-yard line. On return for Smyrna was Joshua Gue.
Yeah, great return there, and tackle made on the play there by Darius Jones. And Eagles get good. That's a decent return considering where that kind of got chalked up right there at about the 15. Decent return, good starting field position for the Eagles. Let's see what they can do.
About a 15-yard return. Tight alignment, Middletown. 7 up front. And it looks like Smyrna's coming in here with the earthquake formation to start the game.
And why not? It looks like there's a little bit of confusion out there for Middletown. Looks like they're going to have to send Ronald Davis off the field here. Little wardrobe malfunction right there. So starting safety for the Cavaliers already got come off for play 1.
And coming in for him was
looks like he's got a clip undone. I don't know if he sees that yet or not.
Noah Crisilla checked in for him. So Smyrna right off the bat to the earthquake. Taking the direct snap will be Ymir Knight. They call him affectionately Yaya.
This Middletown group, they're intense. We got vuvuzuelas, we got air horns, we got cowbells. A lot of noisemakers.
Ymir Knight takes a snap, looks for room on the right side. He bounces up the middle. Got a couple of yards as a helmet comes off one of the Smyrna players. I think that was center Evan Blauer. So 2 yards there.
Come out. That's a great job up front by Middletown. Just making sure that there's no holes being opened up. How many times, Glenn, have we seen Smyrna under Coach Judy run this offense?
Yeah.
And it looks simple as can be, yet they somehow find ways to get yardage.
Well, you know Middletown has a defense designed for this.
Mm-hmm. You
And
see it. They're all stacked up.
Yep. Knight takes a snap, tries to go off right tackle, trying to push that pile. He got shoved back after a gain of about 3 yards across the 30 and out to about the 33.
Matt Priestley, number 6, kind of led the way up there as well as number 60, which is Kassim Powell. Both of those guys getting after it. And, yeah, Middletown, they've definitely employed a decent strategy here against this, setting up a 3rd and long.
Yeah, and it was a shorter gain than 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and a long 6. Ymir Knight again in the Wildcat. Hands it off this time right up the middle. Looks like Cole Moyer from the defense takes the carry just shy of the 35.
Nothing there. There's just nothing there. Middletown's doing a great job of collapsing against this, and Smyrna's just trying to kick guys out of the way, and they've been unable to do so on this opening possession. That's a great start for Middletown.
And Smyrna will bring in the punt team. And I was talking to the interim head coach, Dan Wagner, earlier in the week and got the lineup from him. And when I asked him who was punting, he paused. We both started to laugh. And I said, oh, that's right. You guys don't usually punt. They usually go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, exactly.
So he said Ymir Knight will punt, and he is back right now to take the direct snap.
It's only 5 yards behind the center. Always interesting when you see this.
Now there's a whistle. And we got a timeout by Middletown before the play. A little confusion there, and they want to set the D up. Keep it right here, Pat.
Yeah, they burn a timeout there. It was a little bit of confusion. You had Holman in the backfield, you had Ymir Knight in the backfield, and they're only 5 yards deep. That's something that you've seen under Coach Judy. They don't really tend to push the punter back deep. They want to continue to at least have the threat that there's going to be a play run. And it's actually come back to bite them in a few games. You know, they've had a couple punts blocked through the years because of that, but Middletown was a little bit confused there. They weren't sure what they were going to get. Smart. Take a timeout. This is a big game. There's a lot of game left. Make sure you get the right set, the right play call, and you're prepared for anything right here on 4th down.
Well, as I said, interim coach Dan Wagner told me Ymir Knight will do the punting when they need a punter. But I think now it looks like he's going to be lined up close to the line as he's almost could be under center. Now he steps back.
Yep.
And being so close to the line, you got to watch out for a block.
Yep.
Rugby style. Now he's going to punt it after he got an opening.
That's great. Wow. What a job.
Yep, Smyrna got down to down it. There will not be a return. Cavaliers will have it across the 25 at the 26-yard line. So a risk, but he got away with it.
Yeah, no, and you know, Ymir did a great job of waiting until the last minute. You're right, a risk is correct. But the poise there to not really get in true punting position and still put together a good boot like that. Well done there by Ymir Knight. Way to flip the field and at least put a little bit of pressure on Middletown to have to move the football.
All right, the Middletown offense, Austin Troyer, the quarterback.
Special talent here. I mean, this guy's a D1 arm right here. Only a junior.
Mike Pearson behind him. 2 wideouts to the top of your screen. 1 to the bottom. Receiver at the bottom is Henson.
This offense is going to be fun to watch here, Glenn. Let's see how the Smyrna Eagles, you know, find a way, if they can, to get a stop.
Smyrna with a 3-down lineman. 2 linebackers are right in there, too. Pitch out to Pearson. Sweep going to the opposite side of the field. Got pretty good yardage across the 30 and out to about the 33.
Pearson runs hard. He's a 4-year starter here at Middletown, Glenn, which is extremely impressive considering how great this program's been through the years here recently. And he will run hard. He will run fast. He will run through people. He is not an easy guy to bring down, as we said. Committed to play at the Naval Academy.
Good blocking on the left side, too, on the edge by Bruckner and Curran.
Mm-hmm.
And the wideout. 7 yards on the carry, 2nd and 3. Empty backfield. Troyer looking near side. Has his man complete at the 40, breaks the tackle across the 45, and a first down out to the 46-yard line. And on the reception was Matt Priestley.
That's a name you've heard a lot here at Middletown, and he did a great job finding the opening, catching the ball with his hands, and making a play up the middle of the field. It's a good start here for Middletown, and good poise there by the quarterback, Troyer.
Play right in front of us now. Now Troyer joined in the backfield. Hands it off. That's number 20, Roberson. Steven, truck driver, slowed him up. He still hasn't really gone down. Now finally he's tackled by Cole Moyer. There's a flag down at the 40.
What a run there by Roberson, keeping the balance, low center of gravity. Nobody on Smyrna wrapped the legs up, and he was able to at least get back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what the penalty is.
That's usually on the spot of the field where you'll see holding. But it could have been a face mask too, so we'll check. They're walking it back against the Cavaliers, so it will be a hold. Spot foul, and yardage stepped off inside the 30.
That hurts. That definitely hurts. Sets you back a little bit. You know, and that's the pressure that Smyrna will put on you as a defense. As you said, a lot of returners on this defense. And now let's see what Middletown elects to do. Back behind the sticks pretty significantly.
Yeah, how about first down at 26? Troyer hands it off to number 25 in the game. It goes forward to the 34-yard line. And we don't have a 25 on our roster.
Gotta love when that happens, Glenn.
Got some of that penalty yardage back. About 5 of it.
So Casey Hackett will come in for him, number 33.
Second down and 21.
Looks like he's set up as an H-back.
Yeah, you're right. Wide out near side in the slot. And 1 to the top of your screen. Back to pass. Troyer, pressure's coming. He just gets rid of it. It's tipped, almost intercepted, and then almost a completed pass.
It's really good coverage right there by Smyrna. That was number 12, Eric Spears, the senior in coverage. And you're right, that was almost deflected into Crisilla's hands. He couldn't quite hold on to it, but pressure right off the bat, right in Troyer's face. He had to get rid of that maybe before he wanted to, and he's lucky. He was nearly picked off.
This time, 2 receivers to the top and bottom of your screen. Empty backfield for Troyer on 3rd and long. It's a little wide receiver screen near side. Catch is made, but no gain there. Smyrna's pursuit is right there to tackle Henson right after the catch for no gain.
Corey Williams, number 3, out here at the corner. He did a great job at fighting off of his block and coming up and initiating contact, and then Moyer and company came to clean that one up. Great job, because Henson could be slippery out there in the open field.
So the penalty hurts Middletown, forces them to a punting situation. Back deep for Smyrna. That's again number 2 for the Eagles, Joshua Gue.
Gue only a sophomore. Big time minutes for him.
The snap is high and have to go back and get it. Gets the punt off is number 13. Bounces inside the Smyrna 40.
It's a great bounce.
Yep, down to around the 42-yard line. So the Eagles get much better field position this time. Punting that time was Matthew Kolb-Jorgensen. He's also a backup quarterback.
Kolb-Jorgensen, I mean, that was, like you said, great job. Good poise. Again, that snap, that could have really been disastrous for Middletown. He's able to kick that one, get the rotation, allow that to bounce. Now let's see what Smyrna can do with their second possession here. They weren't able to do anything with that Wildcat offense or that Earthquake offense on their first drive.
Looks like they're going to go with it again. They're going to stay with it. So most of the times it's going to be Ymir Knight taking the direct snap. Cole Moyer checked into the offensive alignment. You don't usually see a lot of this from a Mike Judy coach team. Usually if you play defense, you don't play offense. However, he will use players both sides of the ball in the Earthquake. Ymir Knight looks for an opening. Nothing there. He has stood up right at the line of scrimmage. There'll be no gain.
Yeah, you're right. Nothing there. Middletown's really done a great job of putting together a game plan here. That looked to be number 6, Priestley, as well as number 66, Dakari Oratade, coming up, making a play.
So far, Middletown doing a great job against Smyrna's Earthquake. They haven't given up more than 3 yards. And now a timeout being taken by the official.
Yeah, I like what they're doing. They're just packing the box, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're putting everybody up on the line of scrimmage and not playing your regular defense.
Like I say, Middletown's seen enough of this over the last 4 or 5 years that they certainly have a defense prepared for it. Knight rolls far side. Now he's going to set up and pass. It's tipped at the line of scrimmage. Knight gets the ball back, and then it's fumbled, I think. So maybe being incomplete.
Yeah. Lucky there for Ymir Knight that was not intercepted. Again, tremendous pressure up the middle from Middletown, led by number 60, Kasim Powell. The junior has done a great job early in this one, Glenn. He's the one that was in there and actually tipped that pass.
I expected a defensive game here tonight. That's what we have so far. It was called an incomplete pass, so right back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd down and 10 from the 37-yard line of the Eagles. This time wideouts are split. Knight brings Gue in motion, runs it far side. Now he sets up, look out. Blindside pressure was coming. He got away from number 7, Holman, but not the second guy.
Yeah, it was only temporarily. This Middletown defense is flying around right now. They're bringing more guys than Smyrna can block, and there's just not enough time for Ymir Knight, who is not a quarterback by trade, to read the defense and find. I mean, it's only a 2-man route. I mean, you're either open or you're not at that point. You're almost hoping for a breakdown, and Middletown is not breaking down right now.
All right, again, Knight will take the direct snap. Last time he punted, I'm sure he's going to punt this again. It's 4th and long at the Eagle 30. Rolls far side again. Looks for an opening. That one's blocked. So taking over on downs is Middletown in great field position down near the 22-yard line of Smyrna.
Glenn, it's questionable here. You know, I mean, the last time they almost got that one blocked, and they ran the exact same thing again. And it's just a great push by Middletown. I mean, they're getting a tremendous push up the middle. And again, you're only 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. These guys are pinning their ears back, looking to block the punt, and they get one. See if they can finish this off. Great field position.
I'll see if Middletown can cash in here. Got two receivers split to the top of your screen. Pearson in the game with Troyer in the backfield. Gives the ball off to Pearson, hit right at the line of scrimmage. He'll get a couple of yards ahead of the 20.
Yeah, that was Steven Driver, number 1, coming up and making the play. And again, there was just not much room there at all for Mikey Pearson to make anything happen. Does fall forward for a yard, but great start there for Smyrna. They're going to have to come up with a big-time stop here.
2nd down and 8. Now Josh Roberson checks in as a feature back. And he will flank quarterback Troyer to his left. Troyer looking to pass. Unloads near sideline. Has a man in the slot as Henson broke one tackle and will dive forward to about the 15-yard line.
A little bit short. I like this. Quick routes. Troyer's hitting these guys immediately and allowing them to try and get some yards after the catch. Charles Gar is the one that came up with the big-time hit with the stop, but that's a good 2nd down play. Now you're set up with 3rd and short. Bring in the bruiser back and Pearson and see what happens.
Also in there is a blocking back for Middletown. Is number 33, Casey Hackett. They call him the H-back. 3rd down and short. Yep, Hard Cadence. And that drew Smyrna offsides. There'll be a 1st down via penalty.
It's a great job. Great time for a hard count. They got Smyrna a little antsy here on a 3rd and short, looking at anticipating coming up with a big-time play, big-time stop. And he just did a great job. And it was good voice inflection there by Troyer to get them to jump off.
Now this should make it 1st and goal from the 10. Troyer looks over the defense. Takes a snap, hands off to Pearson. Nice cutback to get down maybe to the 8-yard line. Found the going a little tough that time.
Yeah, Smyrna's done a good job against the run so far. I mean, they had that first run of the game. Pearson did get about 7 or 8, but you know, these 4 or 5 runs since, they've really bottled it up. It's been the passing game that's been the struggle. Let's see if Middletown goes to the passing game here on 2nd down.
Looked like Brandon West was the one in there on the initial stop. 2nd and goal from the 9. Pearson stays in. He flanks Troyer to his left. Pearson tripped up in the backfield that time. And that's number 42, Nate Chandler.
Yeah, great job by Chandler. Just fighting his way through there, coming up with the tackle, taking Pearson's legs out. That's the smartest thing you could do. And again, they've done great against the run. It's been a tremendous job up front by Smyrna.
Brings up 3rd and goal. Ball back at the 11-yard line. Troyer looks to the sideline, gets the play from the bench. Roberson and Pearson both in at running back. Resets his wide out.
Looks like you got Priscilla, Priestley, and Hinson out there at receiver.
Takes a snap, fakes the handoff. Now he's going to run with it. Now he throws it out in the flat. It's a pitch to Roberson, and he gets the pylon, I believe, for a touchdown. And he is in from 11 yards out. Nice little design play.
I love it, Glenn, right? Because you had multiple options. It was an RPO with the quarterback. He's reading the defensive end. He pulls it, and now, again, he's going to make the outside linebacker now make a decision. Are you going to come after me on the run, or are you going to stay out there with the running back? If you stay with him, I'm running. He came at the quarterback. Hits Roberson, no one out there to defend him. That's just a really well done, really well drawn up play by this offensive staff from Middletown, and that takes a lot of practice. Clearly they've put in the work to get that done.
And officially that goes in as a run. That was a pitch. Crisilla the holder. There's the kick by Hamm. He splits the uprights. Timeout on the field with 2:03 to go in the opening quarter. It's Middletown 7, Smyrna nothing. Back after this on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports.
I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all this seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen every day. It was just a great experience. We love Ferris. I would always...
After the 11-yard run by Roberson and the kick by Hamm, 7-0 Middletown here with 2:03 to go in the opening quarter here in the Harvest Bowl. Hamm now to kick it off. This time it looks like Ymir. No, it's still
Hugh and Knight.
And Knight, yep. Last time they kicked away from Ymir Knight. Hamm's kick, short, end over end, taken from an up back. It fumbles, ball's loose, and the person that fumbled it alertly got back on it. Eagles will have possession back at the 25.
Yeah, it's a great job there by Mackenzie Square Ward, the sophomore. Recognized, oh boy, that just bounced off me. He was able to squirm over there and hop on the ball to save possession for the Eagles. Let's see, do they continue with this earthquake offense, or do they change it up? Looks like they're going to at least start off with the earthquake here. One thing I've noticed is Markel Holman has not had a carry yet, Glenn.
No, you're right. Got a score for you. St. Mark's leading Woodbridge 7-0 midway through the opening quarter. Game being played down at Bridgeville. We'll go a little bit farther back there, away from the earthquake, and just gone with Wildcat now. They faked the pitch out and did not fake out the Cavalier defense. Knight carries the ball. Looked like Pearson might have been the first one to grab him.
It's Tyler Williams, number 11 on the corner blitz, Glenn. He came off the edge and hit him originally, and that was a TFL. That was a tackle for loss, but Ymir Knight's strength able to drag the guy forward for a pickup of 1.
Smyrna quickly up to the line of scrimmage. And now we've got Brian Wright, the senior quarterback in the game, who started last week against Arundel. Takes a snap, he hands it off to Knight, has the edge on the near side, and has a first down across the 35.
I like it. Make the adjustment, right? This team, Middletown, is obviously prepared for your earthquake offense. Bring your quarterback out on the field, have the threat of the pass, and watch how it opens up the field. That time it did it, Ymir Knight was able to get out in space and make some things happen, and now it's going to bring up potential. Did they get the first, Glenn? There it is. Perfect. So it's going to end up being a 1st and 10.
Yeah, he got the 8 yards. Good blocking on the left side that time. Left tackle Kenny Harris. Right. Using the no cadence. He's just using a clap for the snap. Now quickly up under center, Blower. Gives them a change of play. Hands the ball off right up the middle. There's your first carry for Holman. He bounces it to the outside, and he's up close to midfield for another Smyrna first down. Looks like just shy of the midfield stripe. Go ahead, Pat.
I mean, there you go, Glenn, right? You make the adjustment. You've opened the field up now, and you've allowed your running backs to get some actual space because you've taken guys out of the box. And it's been good so far, back-to-back runs for Smyrna picking up first downs. It's great to see Holman get the ball.
Holman last year was All-State at William Penn. Transferred to Caesar Rodney for the remainder of the school year after the first semester. And over the summer, his family moved. Here he is at Smyrna. Nice move that time and a jump cut. Getting into Middletown territory at the Cavalier 46 is Ymir Knight, and that might bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Yes, it might, but I mean, I like the adjustment Smyrna's made. Now they're starting to move the ball a little bit, get into a little bit of a rhythm. Let's see if it'll continue into the second quarter.
Well, you and I talked about it during the last break. Smyrna was going to have to come out of that earthquake formation. And they have. Moving the ball now at the Cavalier 46, and the clock shows zeros. 1 quarter in the books here in the Harvest Bowl at Cavalier Stadium. It's Middletown 7 and Smyrna nothing, but the Eagles are on the move. We'll find out how things turn out when we come back here for the second quarter on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports.
High Five Hospitality was founded in 2004 when 3 guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise concept to Delaware. They now operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings, 6 locations throughout Delaware, and 2 locations in Maryland. B-Dubs has weekly and game day specials on their delicious food and beverages. Stop in one of their convenient locations today. The Stone Balloon Ale House features a unique blend of crafted food and an array of spirits, all flavored with a dash of nostalgia. Our culinary mantra is comfort food playfully reimagined. And we prepare
concepts today. We're at Blue Coast Seafood Grill and Raw Bar in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway, Blue Coast features indoor and outdoor dining and serves beautiful, simple food that highlights the flavors of Southern Delaware. With chef-inspired daily specials, an award-winning wine list, and an extensive list of craft cocktails and local beer, Blue Coast is the perfect spot for a night out. Blue Coast Seafood Grill in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round for lunch and dinner. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott.
Back here to start the second quarter, I'm Glenn Frazier. He's Pat Garriantes. Nick Halliday on camera up on top of the press box. And as you folks can see, nice night tonight in the upper 60s right now. And the field looks great. And I think we're about capacity here at Cavalier Stadium.
Yeah, it's packed. I mean, and, you know, we anticipated that. I mean, there's guys and girls lined up across the fence line as well. Great atmosphere down here in Middletown.
Brian Wright stays in at quarterback. It's 2nd down and 6. Run play option again. Gave it to Ymir Knight. Nothing to do. He lost a yard back to the 47. Nowhere to go.
Well, the bounce out worked on his first carry, but that time Middletown stayed true. And you know what? You got to trust your blocking there. That looked like it was an inside run. That was the way Smyrna, blocked it. But Ymir tried to turn something out of nothing there instead of just taking what the defense gave him, and he lost a few.
Now it's 3rd down and 7 for Smyrna in Middletown territory. First time they've been there in the game. Frets to the bottom of your screen. 2 wideouts to the top. Right. Hands it off. Now he fakes the handoff to Holman. Throws the ball to Holman.
Wow.
He loses a defender and another, and he gets to the outside. He's hit hard, but he gets the first down inside the Cavalier 40.
Wow. Markel Holman.
Yards after catch, Pat.
Holy smokes, man. I mean, talk about stopping on a dime. He looked like LaShawn McCoy there. I mean, my Lord, left 2 defenders in the dirt or in the turf there, and that was a hard-earned first down for Markel Holman. What a play by number 7.
Goes for about a 9-yard pickup inside the Middletown 40 to the 39-yard line. Just underway in the second quarter. 2 running backs alongside Ymir Knight, who takes a direct snap. He tries the quarterback keeper up the middle, and he scoots through there and gets inside the 35 down to about the 32.
Speed kills, Glenn. I mean, there was just nothing there, and he somehow was able to squeeze through and turn that into positive yards. I thought he was dead to rights for maybe a gain of 1 or 2, and it turns into an 8-yard, 9-yard gain.
He's a short guy, Pat, and he just kind of ducked down and just squirted right through that line of scrimmage. So he got 8 yards at 2nd and 2.
And now Smyrna taking their time.
Yeah.
Someone had to come off the field for Middletown. Maybe uniform again.
Okay, official timeout there. 2nd down and 2 coming up. You in motion, and now somebody jumped.
Let's see what they call here. Snap infraction, maybe.
It's like Middletown backing up.
Middletown jumped. So there's the first down, Glenn.
3 first downs in this drive for Smyrna after none in the first drive.
Yeah.
First 2 drives.
Yeah, and, coming out of the earthquake really kind of opened things up for them. Now they're back in it a little bit here.
From the Cavalier 26, Ymir Knight stays in to take the direct snap. Brings you. They're going to run a sweep to the near side. Now he's going to set up and throw the ball. Throws it deep downfield. Defenders cover. Jump ball is intercepted by Middletown in the back of the end zone. And coming up with that for the Cavaliers, number 18, Noah Crisilla.
Great coverage by Crisilla. Deeper than the deepest. He was not going to allow his guy to get behind him. Did a great job keeping body contact with him. Timed the jump perfectly. And he made the play. Great coverage. Great job there by the Middletown defense. Locking all windows and doors and forcing a turnover.
Second turnover of the game against Smyrna. Last one was a block punt, giving Middletown a short field, and they converted with a touchdown. See what happens this time. If they don't get the great field position, they're going to start at their own 20, but Smyrna was driving the ball well, so they avert a scoring opportunity there.
I'd like to see him take a shot here. I'd like to see him take a shot in the air with Troyer. Throw one up maybe to Hinson. I'm looking to take the top off the defense.
Troyer sends his running back in motion and sets as a slot receiver. That's Roberson. Time and pattern. Now he's just going to take off with it. He had room, across the 25, and runs out about the 27.
Smart. Don't allow yourself to take any unnecessary hits. Great job, Austin Troyer, getting yourself 8 yards. You're ahead of the sticks right now on second and short. Get out of bounds, and let's see what they come up with on a second down play call.
That's good, 7 yards on first down. You can't argue with that.
No, not at all.
And I think Troyer, as soon as he saw the pass coverage backpedaling, he said, I got all kinds of room over here.
Absolutely. It was zero coverage. Looked like it was man-to-man, Glenn, and nobody was sitting there spying on the quarterback. He did the right thing, took what the defense gave him.
Second down and a long 3. Handoff up the middle to Roberson. Ankle tackle made by Cole Moyer. Like Nate Chandler in there, too.
This run defense is stout for Smyrna. It's just absolutely stout. They've done a great job limiting these 2 Division I running backs from really getting loose and making things happen on the run game. So we're under 10 minutes to play. A lot of substitutions. Cavaliers rotating a lot of players in offensively.
Bringing Hackett in again on 3rd and about 2 at the Cavalier 28. Pearson in the backfield with Troyer. Troyer tried to draw him off, and I think he might have done it. I don't know. Somebody jumped. Smyrna's clapping, though.
It's a false start. Looked like it was a false start. Not quite sure what number, but that pushes it back now to 3rd down and 6. And right now, Smyrna's been the more disciplined team in this one, but Middletown's been able to really, kind of thwart them in terms of their offense.
5 yards in the other direction against the Cavaliers, so now 3rd and long, 3rd and about 7. They need to get to the 30 for the first down. Trips to the bottom of your screen, a lone receiver to the top. Troyer has Pearson alongside him. Now he will set as a slot receiver to the top of your screen, empty backfield. And now somebody jumped again.
Or is this delay a game? So 5 more yards to move back. And now it's 3rd and long, Glenn. You went from a 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12.
Yeah. Middletown going the wrong direction now.
Sloppy. They have every opportunity to really grab this game and take control of it early on. And they've kind of let some things go here because of penalties.
3rd down and 12 back at the Cavalier 18-yard line. 9 minutes left in the half. Trips to the top of your screen. Troyer steps up in the pocket, and he just he had to get rid of it, or is that a fumble? If it's a fumble, Smyrna has great field position. We'll have to check.
They're gonna say incomplete pass. I
All
see,
right.
or Middletown fell on it. It looks like it was a fumble, and it was recovered by Middletown. 4th down, but boy, Troyer took a hit, Glenn. What a job. That's Nasir Jenkins that came through there and just power drived him right into the turf.
So Smyrna will take over on downs at the Cavalier. No, it's going to be 4th down now. They're going to say incomplete pass. So Colb Jorgensen goes back into his end zone to punt this one.
Tell you what, Smyrna's going to have great opportunity, best field position of the day here potentially.
You got that right.
Pushing Middletown back. There's going to be a timeout. Smyrna wants to talk this one over, Glenn.
That's, I believe, the Eagles' first timeout of the half. Middleton has used one. We're going to step aside for a quick break. Back after this with 8:08 to go in the half.
I'm Chef Hari Cameron. At Grandpa Mac, pasta's our thing. We serve quality food fast that's not fast food. We make everything in-house and serve something for everyone. We're open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Follow the noodle to Grandpa Mac.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon.
Joshua Gue standing at the Cavalier 45-yard line to receive this punt from Colt Jortson. There's the snap. Got the punt off. Short punt, takes a big Middletown bounce, and will roll out across the 35 to the 37. As you mentioned, with that big stop and the penalties against Middletown, Smyrna coming away with great field opportunity here.
Yeah, their best field position of the game. A lot of things you could do here. Let's see what they come out with. You know, when they opened it up and kind of went with a true open spread look with the quarterback behind center, they were able to make some things happen. And that's what they're coming out with. I like this. Brian Wright, put him in there. If you still want to run your run-heavy offense, you can, but at least there's the threat of the pass.
Run pass option. He dumps it off to Holman and met right there at the line. And this time he goes back and he's gang tackled outside the 40. Who was the first guy in there?
Looked like that was 42, Glenn.
Tristan Graham.
When he talked about him in the pregame, exquisite athlete on the defensive side of the ball, and he just sniffed that one out completely.
Complete pass for no gain. He got back to the line of scrimmage.
There's a penalty here. And, you got to put a little bit of trust in your quarterback right now. I mean, I'd like to see him. I mean, that's the second time that they ran that little dump pass. Middletown was all over it this time.
Yeah, Graham did a great job to fight off his blocker. So, penalty against Smyrna, 10-yard variety. Now, the official had spotted the ball. Now Middletown decides they want to refuse the penalty. They're going to decline it and take the loss on the play. So it was a loss of 3 on the pass.
I think that's a good job there. I think that's a good call by Middletown.
Second down, about 13. Back at the Middletown 40-yard line. Wright has Holman with him in the backfield. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Fretzke and Ymir Knight. Right back to pass. Looks like he wants to set up screen middle of the field. Completes. Now it's incomplete. And again, right there defensively from Middletown to break it up was linebacker Drew Beckford.
Great job by Beckford. Just he sniffed that out from Jump Street. He knew exactly where that play was going, and they did a great job covering it. I mean, right now, Smyrna hasn't really thrown anything deep aside from that Ymir Knight bomb that was intercepted. And Middletown's just sniffing. They're smelling blood in the water a little bit here and pinning their ears back and getting after it with the pass rush.
7:23 to go in the first half. Middletown up 7-0. Third down and 13 for Smyrna. I think we had handoff up the middle. Now Holman breaks it to the outside, but he's caught from behind, and they'll go down for a gain of maybe a yard, if that.
Just nothing there. Jaden Wheeler, number 8, coming up with the tackle. We talked about him, a 4-year standout, 4-year starter here at Middletown. One of the finest linebackers in the state. There was no getting around him there.
All right, so this should be an interesting play here for Smyrna. You have Ymir Knight who punts. He also can take off and run with it. He can throw it. Last week he ran for 46 yards. He had 57 yards rushing. Oh, there's a pitch back to Gue, and it bounced to him. Somehow he came back up with the ball, but Middletown covers it up at their own 40, and they will take over there on downs.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure where that was going. And you can see Smyrna trying to get a little trickeration, trying to generate some juice there, unable to do it.
Trying the old flea flicker.
The old flea flicker, yeah. Dakari Aritade, number 66, stayed at home and came up and make the play for the Cavs there, who now have a great field position of their own after really coming up with a big-time stop, 3 and out. Didn't allow Smyrna to gain any yardage on that drive.
Two really good defenses, that's for sure. Maybe along with Sussex Central, the top 3 defenses in Class 3A.
Yeah, it's been impressive so far, what we've seen from both of these units.
Troyer rolls far side, looks back in the middle of the field, gets away from one defender. Now he throws it sideline, has his man complete in midfield, breaking tackles and getting a first down in Smyrna territory. Let's see as the umpire who caught that.
Looks like that was
Priestley?
Looked like it was Priestley, yeah, number 6, yep. Matt Priestley, great job. And yeah, that's a good job there by the Middletown offensive line, chipping a would-be tackler coming off the edge. I believe that was Driver coming off this near sideline off the edge there. And that gave Driver just enough time to find an open receiver.
That goes for 14 yards and a Middletown first down. Troyer hands it off, up the middle, hit right at the line and driven back. Maybe a yard gain if that. In on the stop again was Nate Chandler.
Chandler and Moyer, both of them, just taking a guy out there. I mean, both of those guys are just all over the field at all times, Glenn. They get off blocks. They don't slow down. They're Energizer bunnies. I mean, their energy from play one is the same as it is with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Tough guys to block.
Second down and 9 for the Cavaliers from the Smyrna 45. 2 running backs join Troyer in the backfield. Hands it off to Roberson, trying to sweep near side. One defender for Smyrna ran up there and busted up the play. I think that Driver busted it up, and then Moyer ran him out.
Great job by Moyer. I mean, to keep up with Roberson, who's one of the fastest athletes in the state. He didn't allow him to get the edge, forced him out of bounds. And Mikey Pearson with the chip block, like you said, stopped Driver, who was shooting up to make a tackle for a loss.
No gain. Third down and 9, as we're under 5.5 minutes to go here in the first half.
I want to see Troyer take one over. I want to see him throw a deep ball here. I mean, I know Smyrna's trying to take it away, but see if Middletown takes a shot.
Empty backfield now. 5 receivers in the formation. Dumps it off at the hash. Completes the pass, shy of the first down.
And who's there? Cole Moyer yet again.
Yep,
I mean,
he gets the hit on Hamm, the receiver. It's going to be 4th down and short.
Good hands by Hamm, and he tried to turn upfield and get some yards after the catch. It just weren't available. And I'll tell you what, Glenn, it's looking like 4-down territory here for the Cavaliers. It doesn't seem like Troyer's coming off the field. It looks like they're going to go for it. They got confidence in their defense, and why not? They've been pitching a shutout.
Got to watch the hard cadence here if you were Smyrna. Pearson, the running back.
Looks like they're misaligned. You see the coaching staff on the far sideline trying to get guys lined up right.
Wants to throw it and misses the receiver. It looked like the defender for Smyrna, Eric Spears, stepped in front of the receiver, and that might have blocked his view.
Might have. He had Hinson. It looked like a timing route. You're right. The defender was right there, had a golden opportunity for an interception, but wasn't turning and facing the ball. But disaster averted right there for Middletown and for Smyrna. Smyrna now gets the ball back after a big-time stop. Their defense is definitely keeping them in the game.
Got another score for you, Pat. It looks like Delmar got the early lead, 6-0 over Red Lion, and St. Mark's now leading by 3 touchdowns over Woodbridge. Throwing the flat, complete. Ymir Knight jukes one defender, but no, goes down. A good one-on-one tackle.
Mikey Pearson, Glenn, the Naval Academy commit, stayed true to his assignment, and the play came right to him. Came up and secured the tackle. Great work by 3 in blue.
Completed pass for a loss of 3 yards. Second down and 13 for Smyrna. 4:15 to go in the half. Defensive struggle here. Middletown taking advantage of a block punt with great field position at the Smyrna 20 and then took advantage and got a touchdown run. And that's where we stand at 7-0. Q in motion. Delayed handoff up the middle. I think that's Holman. He's wrapped up. Might have gained 2.
Yeah, Middletown's just doing a great job of staying aggressive. Glenn, they're staying aggressive. They know that there hasn't been many shots taken deep on them right now, and they trust their guys in coverage to just stay with any Smyrna receiver that runs deep. So this front 8 is just waiting for these small play, run plays or small pass plays to come up and collect the tackle, and that's what they're doing.
Wright is out of alignment right now. Ymir Knight will take the direct snap on 3rd and long. You in motion. He stops. They fake the pitch out. Ymir Knight looking for something up the middle and managed to get to the 40, but it's going to be 4th down and 7.
There's just no room. There's just no room. Middletown is just completely suffocating the run game right now for Smyrna. And until they take a shot deep and successfully complete a pass, this is what's going to happen. Middletown's going to be like, they've taken a complete facet of the game away in terms of responsibility and are selling out to stop the run.
4th down and 10. Again, you have Ymir Knight taking the direct snap. He had the last punt attempt blocked. Takes the snap. This time they pitch it back, and number 2's going to kick it, the left footer, and it takes a Smyrna bounce and will be down at the Cavalier 31-yard line with about 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half at Cavalier Stadium.
Yeah, that's, again, great job there by Middletown. Just coming up with stops and, recognizing that there's not been anything behind them and just focusing on the run. See what Smyrna does if they can make any adjustments. Either they get an opportunity here before the half or coming out of the half offensively. Let's see if Middletown can make some headway here and score before the half. 2.5 minutes to go. They can make some things. 2 timeouts. They can make some plays here.
Cavaliers definitely have done a lot better on offense than Smyrna has. Smyrna had that one good drive that stalled. But we have, again, 2 excellent defenses out here on this field tonight. Troyer looks far sideline, throws it in the flat, has a man on a slant pattern. That's Henson up across the 45 and up near midfield for a Cavalier 1st down.
I want to see more of this, Glenn. I want to see more of this. Obviously, you got the 2 stud running backs. I get it. But you could really spread the field out, and you've had success through the air against Smyrna. Spread the field out. Let this quarterback make some plays. You got the playmakers out there in receiving game as well.
17 yards on that pass play. 1st and 10 for Middletown at their own 48. 2:10 to go in the half. Roberson in motion. Pressure's coming. He flicks it out there to Roberson. Makes a defender miss. He's at midfield. Into Smyrna territory. Hit hard and kept his feet on the ground. He's bounced out near the 44-yard line.
Took a pop right there from Corey Williams, but you're right. He was able to keep his feet and get out of bounds, but what a job. Troyer, good job settling in. He knew he was going to take a hit. He knew he had a safety valve. He made a good delivery on time to Roberson, who was able to make a guy miss in the open field.
That one goes for 8 yards. 2nd down and 2. Just under 2 minutes to go in the half. Ball at the Smyrna 44-yard line. Troyer has Roberson with him in the backfield. Roberson in motion to the near side. Troyer looking downfield. Pressure's coming late. Jump ball. Good catch down at the 36-yard line. And that catch is made, I think that was...
It was Priscilla.
Okay, Priscilla. Nice hands.
Great job. Going up, high point in the football, making the play. I like this. I think Middletown could get in a rhythm with this passing game, Glenn. I know I've said it a few times. I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but I've seen enough here that they can make some plays against this secondary.
And that's a pretty good secondary.
Yeah.
Alban, Corey Williams, Spears, Danette. Troyer back and pass again. Throws far flat. Going up for the ball and in and out of his hands, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, that was a dangerous throw right there by Troyer. That ball floated in the air for a while, overthrown, and Eric Spears, not quite sure if he didn't trust his eyes there or not, but he kind of hesitated a little bit in the flat. If he'd have came up and made a jump on that ball, he could have either delivered a big-time hit or potentially intercepted that. That was a dangerous throw there for Troyer. He's got to be careful.
Brings up 2nd down and 10, again from the Smyrna 44. A minute and a half to go in this first half. Cavaliers on top 7-0. 2 receivers to the top and bottom of your screen. Pearson in the backfield with Troyer. Surveys the field, throws down the middle of the field, and he has his man Priestley compete. He breaks the tackle. He's at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Matt Priestley. 44 yards, and the Cavaliers are on top by 2 scores.
What a job by Priestley. He caught the ball across the middle, and I tell you what, oh, what's this? We've got a penalty marker, Glenn. Not so fast. Hold on. There was a block while he was coming across the middle of the field.
Block
by Priscilla. Let's see if they call this one of those defenseless players crackback blocks.
Flag thrown down.
This could be a tough call against Middletown. Let's see.
It's down at the Smyrna 24-yard line.
There is block in the back.
So that'll come back.
Block in the back it'll be. It was a close one. I definitely seen it. I definitely seen the block. I couldn't tell if it was, in the back or not. Obviously, the officials, that's what they're trained to do, is to keep an eye on those things. That's a tough call there for Middletown.
Sure is. 1:20 to go in the half. So it's now 2nd down and 8 back at the Smyrna 35. And the Eagles will take their 2nd time out of the half. We're going to keep it right here, Pat.
Yeah, this is a good timeout here by Smyrna. You want to make sure you lock in here in this final minute 20. You got new life breathed into you here with the touchdown being called back. You want to hold on here because Middletown will receive, if I'm not mistaken, they're going to receive the second half kickoff. So they have an opportunity to double up here, score before the break, and then get the ball back without Smyrna really having an opportunity or not having an opportunity at all to answer. So if you can get this stop, you're going to want to get it. So I like this timeout. You still got one left as well. Make sure you got the right call here on a 2nd down and 8.
Some other scores for you. We saw that Delmar was leading Red Lions 6-0. I thought that would be a tight game, and you and I were kind of interested to see how that was going to play out. And St. Mark's leading Woodbridge by 3 touchdowns on the road.
Yeah. St. Mark's is tough. I mean, they're going to be tough, man. There's also word, I guess, they're down a few players tonight. So that's a statement game right there for St. Mark's. Again, we saw it last week as like here we are.
Yeah.
We're here. And now they're going down and playing a tough Woodbridge team on the road and making things happen again.
Troyer coming out of the timeout. Pressure's coming. He's wrapped up and sacked off the edge, and that is Brandon West. 13 sacks last year, and I think he had 3 or 4 last week against Arundel. He was one of our top performers of the week.
He was, yeah. Great job by West coming off the edge there, and Troyer just couldn't escape him. Just really quick off the edge. And, West, he's not the biggest guy. He's not the fastest guy, but plays with great technique, plays with great leverage. He was able to come around and get a big-time sack and, push Middletown into a 3rd and long under a minute to go here in the half.
Clock running down to 40 seconds. Troyer rolls near side. Pressure coming again from Chandler. Runs away from him. Gets it off. And has his receiver Henson inside the 25. It'll be a 1st down.
What a job on the scramble by Troyer. He kept his eyes downfield the whole time. He was directing receivers where he wanted them to go, and he delivered an absolute strike on the run to Henson for the 1st down. What a job all around there by the Middletown offense.
These Cavaliers have real good wide receivers.
Now
they did last year, too, by the way.
You got under 30 seconds to go. 2 timeouts for Middletown here, Glenn. So this is interesting. They're not taking one, and now they do, it looks like.
Yeah, Cavaliers will take a timeout. Ball to Smyrna 20. Now, I saw the kicker down on the field warming up beforehand, and it is Mackay Walker, number 44.
Yeah, I like this. You got your 2 timeouts. Take one here. Try and get the touchdown first, right? Try to secure the touchdown before even thinking about the field goal. See if you can make something happen deep down the middle of the field or along the sidelines. Obviously, it looks like Troyer and Henson have themselves quite the connection. I'd look to see if number 7 in blue can make a play here against this Smyrna Eagle defense. Smyrna's got to be prepared. They got to be prepared for the pass right here. And like you said, Glenn, I mean, there's also the field goal opportunity in the back pocket. If you do not get it, or if you get tackled in bounds, you can take that timeout and rush the field goal unit out there.
All right, here we go. Troyer back to pass. Pressure coming off the edges. He unloads and just misses Pearson. And that would have been a touchdown.
Had him on the wheel route. I mean, he was definitely there. Just lofted it a little too far out in front of him. But I like the idea. You clear the defense, the secondary out. You recognized it was man-to-man. You took the corner away by running a slant. And Pearson was wide open one-on-one and beat his man. Just overthrew him a little bit.
All right, that'll stop the clock. 17 seconds to go in the half. And I would think for a field goal attempt, regardless of who it is, Walker or Hamm, they want to get at least maybe 10 yards closer. They have that timeout in their back pocket. Empty backfield. Troyer drops back, steps up in the pocket, throws down the far sideline in the end zone, and he finds his man for a touchdown.
Great job throwing that ball. That's Vernal Gary, sophomore wide receiver. Glenn, and again, scramble drill. Steps up in the pocket, eludes the pass rush, gets to the right sideline, and the receivers followed him over. And a nice crossing route, wide open, was Gary for that touchdown. Well done by Middletown, scoring with very little time on the clock, being efficient, getting the ball down the field for 6.
Yeah, great clock management by the Cavaliers staff. Now it's 13-0, no penalty. This one's not coming back. Hamm's in to attempt the point after. And once again, Middletown will get the ball to start the third quarter.
That's big, Glenn. That's a big part of this.
Kick on the way, splits the uprights, and it's good. We'll keep it right here because we're going to be throwing it to halftime here shortly, Pat. And that was a well-engineered drive by Troyer. Great job by the wideouts.
Great job by the wideouts. You know, that's something that you definitely practice, you know, during the week is, hey, when our quarterback is under pressure, we need to be able to help him make plays. Right? If he's doing his job back there eluding the pressure, we've got to help him. So, you know, the short guys go deep, the deep guys come short on the scramble drill, and you run and you work your way towards the sideline of wherever the quarterback is rushing towards. And that they did a great job of it right there, getting to the sideline, running with their quarterback and allowing him to hit them in stride. And Troyer put the ball on the money twice there on the scramble drill.
And so far, the offensive line for Middletown doing a pretty good job protecting him. A little bit of pressure coming off the edge, but he's stepping up where he can see downfield. Now let's see if Hamm kicks this deep or he just kind of pooches it downfield.
Smyrna right now, you see the energy level looks a little low right now for them.
Yeah. Drew Beckford on special teams had something to say with Hamm before the kickoff. Now the Smyrna return backs are now moving up. They're not so far back, standing near the 20 and 25-yard line. It's kind of a pooch kick, center of the field, takes a bounce, taken by Gue inside the 25, gets to the 30, breaks the tackle at the 40, and he's out to about the 43, but only 6 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, you know, this is one of those where Smyrna, I wonder if they're gonna just run the clock out and take this in the half. I'm not quite sure what they're gonna end up doing, but what a job here by Middletown in this first half.
And we got a Cavalier down on special teams. That looks like Dior Mackey, a junior. So the training staff will come out and tend to him.
Cramped up.
Yeah, hopefully just cramps.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen plenty of that early in the season, Pat.
We have. And, you know, even when the weather flips, the first couple of weeks that the weather flips, and it's going to get cold here. I mean, the kickoff temperature was probably around 77, 76. It's going to get down close to in the 50s. Probably by the end of this game, so these temperature rotations are going to be pretty wild, and you still have to hydrate. Even though it's not blistering hot outside, you still have to hydrate.
Well, he's up on his feet. Mackey is coming off the field, and he's slightly limping. Again, that's probably just cramping up with the calves. Let's hope that's all it is.
Well, let's see what Smyrna does. It looks like Looks like they're going Wildcat or Earthquake here again. No, not so fast, Pat. We got a quarterback in. Let's see what they take a shot, Glenn.
All right, Brian Wright trips to the bottom of your screen, takes a snap, throws far sideline, completes the pass quickly and getting out of bounds is number 11, Kamaj Carney.
And that's what you got to see some more of these intermediate throws, right? You can't just be the bubble screen or the running back screen. You got to have Wright throw the ball downfield at least a little bit here, keep the defense honest.
And now he's a little bit closer if he wants to throw the Hail Mary. 3 seconds to go in the half. If he has time to throw a Hail Mary.
Right.
Low snap, throws far sideline again and complete. 0.2 of a second to go.
That's a tough one. I'm telling you right now, if I'm Middletown, I am completely pushing people back in the secondary.
Now let's see what they do. Looks like they're going to rush 3. Trips to the bottom of your screen for Smyrna. Lone receiver to the top, low snap. Pressure stepping away. Running now, throwing it downfield is Wright. Underthrown, out of bounds, and that will bring us to the end of the first half here in the Harvest Bowl at Cavalier Stadium with our score, Middletown 14 and Smyrna nothing. During the halftime, stay with us. Got our terrific sponsors that are going to take center stage, but we're going to come back and run our top plays of the week from last week's action.
That's right.
And we'll also have our unofficial stats and scoring plays for you. That's all coming up on the halftime right now on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports.
I'm Chef Hari Cameron. At Grandpa Mac, pasta's our thing. We serve quality food fast that's not fast food. We make everything in-house and serve something for everyone. We're open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Follow the noodle to Grandpa Mac.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822. Melissa Ellis is part of 4 Acre Realty Company. She is licensed in both Delaware and Pennsylvania. Melissa knows that being personable and patient is a key to her success as a realtor, helping both buyers and sellers understand current market values and conditions puts them in the best position when making an offer or pricing a home for sale. That kind of high-level professional communication and her skill at being a team player put Melissa's clients at ease, knowing she has their best interests at heart. Melissa is also an athlete herself, playing multiple sports so she understands what teamwork means. She is still involved in sports, whether it's sponsoring, coaching, or being team mom for her own 2 daughters' teams. What sets her apart is how grateful Melissa is for the trust of her clients. She never takes that trust for granted. She affords all people respect and honesty and works hard to be the support system clients need and deserve. Melissa Ellis. Strong connections, strong service.
High school athletics is not what it used to be. The sporting goods industry has been disrupted, adding to coach and athletic director daily challenges. BSN Sports stands ready to change the fundamentals of our industry, giving our customers the advantages they need right now. your dedicated local sales pro is supported with nationwide team service, including sport and category experts. Get the look of D1 colleges and pro teams with our program that streamlines ordering your staff apparel, player gear, and fan wear. Stretch your budget with our fundraising solution. Free and ready in minutes. Our campus branding products are perfect for boosting school and team pride. BSN Sports has the advantages you need right now.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-driven specials that pair perfectly with our large selection of craft ales, curated wine list, and camp cocktails. Matt's offers indoor and outdoor dining and is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or enjoy lunch at the Raw Bar. Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round. See you soon.
Barkley Heating and Air. Barkley's can work on all brands specializing in air conditioners, gas, oil, and heat pumps. Family owned and operated with over 17 years of experience. Licensed, insured, and a multiple-year First Aid Favorites winner. Barkley Heating and Air offers 24-hour emergency service with service plans available. Customer satisfaction guaranteed. Call 302-653-5971 for a free estimate today. John and Ginger Barkley are looking forward to serving the community. Find them on the web at barkleyheatingandair.com.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
High Five Hospitality was founded in 2004 when three guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise concept to Delaware. They now operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings, 6 locations throughout Delaware, and 2 locations in Maryland. B-Dubs has weekly and game day specials on their delicious food and beverages. Stop in one of their convenient locations today. The Stone Balloon Ale House features a unique blend of crafted food and an array of spirits, all flavored with a dash of nostalgia. Our culinary mantra is comfort food playfully reimagined, and we prepare seasonal favorites that strive to please the palate and resurface a memory. Limestone Barbecue. From our mouth-watering Texas-style brisket, fall-off-the-bone chicken, and St. Louis ribs. Southern-style sides, mac and cheese, baked beans, cornbread, sweet tea, and our homemade pickles. Be prepared as your bread will be your napkin. Yup, we are that kind of barbecue. Expectation. You'll have a tough time choosing between our exclusive dishes to help get you through the day. French toast, French crepes, Belgian waffles, and of course, our famous Eggs Benedict. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
but have you tried Premier?
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Blue Coast Seafood Grill and Raw Bar in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway, Blue Coast features indoor and outdoor dining and serves beautiful, simple food that highlights the flavors of Southern Delaware. With chef-inspired daily specials, an award-winning wine list, and an extensive list of craft cocktails and local beer, Blue Coast is the perfect spot for a night out. Blue Coast Seafood Grill in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round for lunch and dinner. See you soon.
I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. Halftime, watching the Middletown Cavalier Band perform their halftime performance. About midway through the halftime period here. Once again, 14-0. Middletown over Smyrna at the break. It's been all Cavaliers here early in this one in a defensive battle. For now, we are going to send it back out. Our top plays of the week from last week, voiced by our own Nick Alessandrini. Hope you enjoy.
And here we go, everybody's favorite part of the week. It's Delaware Live Sports Top 10 Plays for week number 1, brought to you by BSN Sports. Getting it started with number 10 and Anna Richardson from Smyrna. Here she's going to get blocked, able to get the dig, save it, and then she's going to get a block herself for the point. Anna Richardson kicking things off at number 10. Over to number 9, Kevon Moore-Bradell from Sussex Central. He's going to come right off the edge here, makes a move inside, nowhere to run. He gets the big sack for Sussex Central, and the Golden Knights get a big win against Elysianum. On to number 8. Now we go to St. Mark's and TJ Martin. A big showing for them at Red Lion last week. Here he is, gets the handoff up the gut, runs over a defender on his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Then number 7, some big hits, McKeevis Rogers and Aiden Young. Let's start with McCain. McKeevis Rogers going to lay the boom there, reads it perfectly, makes the play, ball out. Big time play from Rogers, then over to Lake Forest. Check out this block from Aiden Young at the 30-yard line, clearing the way for his running back to pick up some big yardage and a first down. Do big hits there at number 7. On to number 6, James Simmons to Mason McCabe. Again, Snow had to leave the game. In comes Simmons over the middle. McCabe goes up and gets the ball. A beautiful catch and then takes it into the end zone. Mason McCabe there at number 6. On to number 5, Andrew Long, some more Sussex Central Golden Knights. This time you're going to see him doing it on offense. The handoff, there's the speed. He's got some room. Cuts inside, one defender shakes off to the 20, the 10, down the sideline. How about one more broken tackles? He gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Then some Mount Pleasant Green Knight defense from Azai Napier here at number 4. Reading the quarterback's eyes, gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air, and makes the interception himself. Napier doing it all there at number 4. Then over to Wilmington Friends for number 3, and it's Robbie Lowcamp. Check it out here onto the pitch here at the soccer field. Check out this shot. I had to watch this one a few times. That is an absolute rocket off the side of the post and in, a game winner as well. Doesn't get much better than that. Now over back to St. Mark's at number 2, Jack O'Donohue. Check out these sacks. 5 in the game, 4-on-1 drive. There's the first one. He comes free off the edge there. That's not going to work for number 2. Here he is with number 3 right here. The move inside, able to grab the quarterback, take him down, and 3 sacks is good. How about 4 sacks in 1 drive? That's a little bit better. Jack O'Donohue there with some big-time plays for the Spartans at number 2. Then Lake Forest gets our top play of the week. Jameer Snell looking like Debo Samuel here. He can catch, he can run. They're going to hand it off here on the jet sweep. Here he is, gets to the sideline, makes a few defenders miss, has some blockers up in front of him, cuts inside, back outside, untouched, into the end zone for Jameer Snell. Lake Forest gets the victory on the road.
Food fast that's not.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can...
provides you with and Pennsylvania. Melissa knows that being personable and patient is a key to her success as a realtor. Helping both buyers and sellers understand current market values and conditions puts them in the best position when making an offer or pricing a home for sale. That kind of high-level professional communication and her skill at being a team player put Melissa's clients at ease.
Right now.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-driven specials that pair perfectly with our large selection of craft ales, curated wine list, and camp cocktails. Matt's offers indoor and outdoor dining and is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or enjoy lunch at the Raw Bar. Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round. See you soon.
Barkley Heating and Air. Barkley's can work on all brands specializing in air conditioners, gas, oil, and heat pumps. Family owned and operated with over 17 years of service plans available. Customer satisfaction guaranteed. Call 302-653-5971 for a free estimate today. John and Ginger Barkley are looking forward to serving the community. Find them on the web at barkleyheatingandair.com.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Hills and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution. We are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
Back here at Cavaliers Stadium. Halftime almost over. It's 14-0 Middletown. They'll get the kickoff to start the third quarter. Glenn Fraser alongside Pat Carriantes. Pat, let's take a look at our unofficial stats for the first half. Smyrna able to run the ball a little bit, and they've been able to stop Middletown's run game, but they have not been able to stop Mr. Troyer.
No, they haven't, and Troyer has been impressive. A lot of throws on the run, accurate and in stride to his receivers. You know, I know we talked about the scramble drill. Obviously, Middletown has got that pretty much locked up. They've done a great job through the air, and honestly, Smyrna, who's got a very, very established secondary, has not been able to keep up with these wideouts from Middletown. It's been a pretty balanced offense. I mean, as you can see on the stats, 102 yards through the air, a lot of that coming in the second quarter with Troyer. 27 yards on the ground. The Smyrna Eagle run defense has been tremendous. 129 total yards for the Cavaliers, and as you said, Smyrna haven't been able to really unlock the passing game. Only 12 passing yards in the first half. If they want to try and climb back into this, they have to have a threat in the air, in the passing game, because right now Middletown has completely cut that out of their defense. They're locking up man-to-man. They're trusting that their corners are going to be able to defend, and no one's going to get behind them, and they're sending the rest to stop the run, and they've done a pretty good job of that in the first half.
And they can't key on one receiver. Troyer spread it around. 6 different players have caught a pass in the first half. The touchdown, the second one, was a 20-yard touchdown pass on an out route by Vernal Gray, a sophomore. The first touchdown was a Roberson 11-yard run, and that was all because Smyrna had a punt blocked, and that gave the Cavaliers the ball at the Eagles' 20 in a short field. The first score came with 2:03 to go in the first, and that second touchdown with 11 seconds to go in the half going into the locker room. Our game of the week is being brought to you by First State Orthopedics. First State Ortho has 29 physicians at 16 locations to provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions. They are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. Serving a team of physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local rec and competitive leagues. Their docs are ready available to all the local emergency departments, medical aid, and urgent care centers for consult and treatment. You can give them a call at 302-322-3400 or visit them online at firststateortho.com. Be sure to mention you saw their ad right here on Delaware Live Sports, and we thank them for sponsoring the First State Ortho Game of the Week.
Absolutely, Glenn, and it's a good one. It's a good one here for sure, and we got ourselves quite the situation right here. Middletown's going to receive the second half kickoff. Obviously, they scored with 10 seconds to go before the half to take the 14-0 lead. They have an opportunity here to score 14 points without Smyrna even touching the football. Smyrna's going to need a stop here to stay in this game. You do not want to go down 3 scores, especially with the struggles they've had in the passing game.
Let's take a look at the scores we have. Lake Forest leading Milford in the Battle of the Bell at halftime, 28-8. In the fourth quarter at St. Andrews, 32-8 over Dickinson. First quarter score, Dover leading St. George's 17-0. Second quarter score, Howard 24, Brandywine 9. Caravel at the half leading Sussex Tech 42-0. Second quarter score, Red Lion, Delmar tied at 6. And the second quarter score, St. Mark's 35, Woodbridge nothing. That's the shocker for me, Pat.
Yeah.
And Woodbridge is traditionally a power in what was Division II and is now Class 2A. We know how good St. Mark's is. We saw them last week. And, man, to think that they could get a running clock on Woodbridge on the road is just beyond me.
And down key players, too. We got word that they're down a handful of guys up there, so key guys. So, them being it, this is a statement for them. Yes, last week was definitely the awakening. Let's put everybody on notice. Wait a second, St. Mark's might be back. Today is the statement of, no, that was not a fluke last week.
Kicking off for Smyrna. High, end over end, and deep. Sails all the way down to about the 12-yard line. He's in this game here tonight.
They have, Glenn. They definitely have. Smyrna's won the battle of the penalty yardage there, but Middletown's overcome it with the big-time plays and the big-time stops.
3 turnovers Smyrna's committed. There's been an interception. Block punt. And a fumble. Now we have trips to the bottom of the screen on first down and 15, back at the 37, 38-yard line. It's a fake to the running back. Troyer takes it himself, and Steven Truck Driver on the stop.
Great job. I love that. I love that right there, Glenn. Steven Truck Driver. He came up, and I don't really love that. I don't, Troyer on the run. I don't know if I want him running and scrambling around there. So questionable, but hey, Smyrna came up, made the play. Great job by Driver. Make sure he didn't get the edge.
He missed some time last year due to some injuries early in the season, Pat. But yeah, Coach told me, he said, that's Truck. And I said, oh, I get it, Truck Driver.
Yeah.
Second down and about 16 now. Trips to the bottom and now right there. Penalty flag is thrown. West in on the stop, but the first guy in there for Smyrna was number 12, Eric Spears. Just have to check the flag.
Great job coming up by Spears. Great job by Smyrna just coming up and making a play on the wide receiver screen. Another penalty. Let's see where this goes.
They're talking to Smyrna, and they're going to decline the penalty.
Yeah, why not? I mean,
sure.
You got third down and long now.
They'll take the incomplete, or excuse me, they'll take the loss. So now it's third down, about 18 to go. Ball back at the Cavalier 35-yard line. They started the drive, great shape, 43-yard line after the kick return.
Yeah, a tremendous job. But again, shoot themselves in the foot here. The big third down.
They'll hand it off right up the middle. Roberson tripped up as he was going to gain some big yards, and he'll go down right at the 40 where it'll be fourth down.
Hey, good job. Good start here by Smyrna, right? You avoid the big-time letdown. You avoid the 2 scores without getting the ball back. That's a big time.
Colbertson is in the punt. What? Oh, do you need his phone? So we're gone. At the 20. Holman. 5. Out to the 39. 9 yards for Holman. Good 9-yard pickup by Holman.
I'd like to see more of him too, Glenn. Sorry there for the little hiatus. I'm back. But, yeah, I'd like to see a little more Holman, too, from Smyrna here in the second half. I think that could be a key for them if they can get him going.
They spot him back a few yards, so it was a 7-yard gain. 2nd down and 3. Pitch out. Trying to run from deep in the backfield, and then there's a gain of maybe a yard there. A little pushing and shoving going on, and the officials break that up quickly. Ball carrier that time was number 2. Josh Gue. So 3rd down and short for Smyrna. They'll go to the Earthquake.
This is big, Glenn. This could be huge for Smyrna. They really need this first down, honestly, just for the confidence level to know that you can move the ball against this defense.
Ymir Knight takes it behind some blocking, tries to get to the edge, and he breaks a tackle, keeps his balance, and gets the first down at the 45, maybe the 46. Great job to keep his balance.
Yeah, and that was a great job by Priestley coming up. He stayed at home. He did everything textbook. Came up, looked to take the legs out, but what a job by Knight. Just kind of like, to use the wrestling term, sprawled away there, was able to get the legs out from underneath and picked up a big-time first down for Smyrna.
11 yards on the carry. Now they're going to stay with the formation. Holman takes a snap. Tries to get the edge. He does. I think a flag went down. He is in the Middletown territory inside the 40 and down to the 35. I was looking at the back judge. I thought I saw him reaching, but apparently there is no flag.
Yeah, I thought
Smyrna, 2nd down and takes a snap, trying to come near sideline. Flag down. So they would have had 3rd and 1. Instead, it's going to be 2nd down and about 16. And they do. They stay with the Earthquake. This time, give it. So just like a big penalty against Middletown in the first half, stalled a drive for them. Let's see if Smyrna can overcome a big hold.
And I just want to make a note here. Apologies to the viewers. A little bit of internet difficulties we're having here. I know that the stream may be choppy.
They usually don't punt this deep in their own. Excuse me, in the opposition territory. Takes the snap inside the 20 to the 19.
And it was. What just a heads-up play to float that. Yep.
So that tacked on to the end of the play. And this is they're going to. Great play fake that time. I thought Knight had it, and I think a few Cavalier defenders did too. Holman gets the touchdown, 10 yards, and it's a 1-score game.
Great job by Holman there. Again, apologies for the.
Still a 1-score game, whether they make it or not. 5:28 to go in the 3rd. Holman takes a direct snap. He tries to get the edge. I think we're going to have a hold. He's in the end zone. He scores a 2-point. I thought Ymir Knight might get caught for a hold there. No flag, and the 2-pointer is good. It's now 14-8. Cavaliers on top. 5:28 to go in the 3rd. Back after this on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports.
I'm Chef Hari Cameron. At Grandpa Mac, pasta's our thing. We serve quality food fast that's not fast food. We make everything in-house and serve something for everyone. We're open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Follow the noodle to Grandpa Mac. I'm Chef Hari Cameron. At Grandpa Mac, pasta's our thing. We serve quality food.
Joshua Michael lining up for the kickoff. Smyrna gets a touchdown. Holman, 10-yard run. Holman runs in the two-point attempt, taking the direct snap both times in the earthquake. Joshua Michael to boot it. Last time he kicked it deep. Middletown returned it all the way out to the 43. Had great field position.
Hey, great field position is right, Glenn. And I tell you what, great answer there by Smyrna. We got ourselves a football game now.
Squib kick picked up by Cavalier, and he went down. It should be dead right there. He tried to get up and run again. High school ball, this is not the NFL, buddy.
This is very true, very true. And again, apologies on the stream. I know it's been choppy here in the third quarter. Some internet difficulties going on right here that were kind of unseen. We weren't expecting these to happen. This stuff does tend to happen from time to time.
Yeah.
We're working on getting that squared away and consistent. Looks like it's been pretty good for a few minutes here, so hopefully that can continue here in the second half and we can bring you this stream with no more glitches and pauses throughout.
Knock on wood.
That's correct.
All right, Cavaliers with the ball. Priestley in motion. Will reset as one of two receivers at the top of your screen. Troyer pitches it to Pearson. Pearson is stuck in the backfield, and he got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
There it is again. This defense from Smyrna. Now you're starting to see the momentum shift a little bit, Glenn. A little bit of excitement over there on that Smyrna sideline. Driver coming up, making the play on Pearson. I mean, this defense is swarming around. Now you're within one score. Start to feel yourselves a little bit. See if they can continue to carry that momentum into a quick 3-and-out. Let's see.
Second down and 10 after the no gain. Pearson stays in at running back. He flanks Troyer to his left. Two receivers, top and bottom of your screen. Troyer has to step up. Pressure's coming, and he's sacked back inside the 20-yard line.
Eagles are flying now, Glenn. They're starting
Caleb
to pick
Blaine.
it up.
Oh.
They're starting to pick it up.
Big nose guard comes through there. Second time Troyer's been sacked. They're going to say back at the 18, a loss of 5, third down and 15.
Great job here. What an answer by Smyrna here in the second half. They've made some adjustments. They've brought some intensity. They're competing right now against this Middletown team.
Troyer rolls right. Sets up, has time. Now pressure comes late, unloads. I think that's a catch.
Yep.
But it's short of the first down. It's across the 25 to the 26. And the receiver was Vernal Gary, who scored the touchdown for Middletown. So it brings up fourth down and about 8.
Hey, great job. Hey, Smyrna did their job right there. They did their job. They got the stop. And now they get the ball back and see if they can carry that momentum on here and see if they can come out here and tie the game. Middletown's kind of, they haven't readjusted into this momentum shift from Smyrna. They haven't picked the intensity up to match it. Smyrna's out managing them with that.
That's 2 3-and-outs forced by the Eagle defense here in the third quarter. 4 minutes to go in the third. Cole Bjornson back to punt. Gets it off.
That's a good one.
And the Eagles just stay away from it. It's going to be down by the Cavaliers near midfield. Just under 4 minutes to go in the third. Smyrna scored moments ago to get on the board. Now let's see if they can keep the momentum going or whether Middletown can come up with a stop.
Yeah, this could be a turning point here, Glenn, in this game, right? We saw the first turning point being, can Middletown score prior to the half knowing they get it out of the second half? They did that. Then it was, can they score coming out of the half? They didn't. And then it's been an answer there by Smyrna, both scoring and then a defensive stop. They now have seized it. Let's see if they can continue that, draw even with Middletown here. We got ourselves this is a big-time drive in this game.
No earthquake, but Ymir Knight stays in at the quarterback. Now they bring you in motion. They flip it to him. He almost went down on a knee. He managed to go forward for a yard to midfield. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the idea. And that was a pass forward, if I'm not mistaken. So that would have been incomplete if he did drop it. There wasn't much there, though. Middletown did a good job staying at home, coming up, making the tackle.
This time, Smyrna started with 4 receivers to the top of your screen. Now they're going to reset. 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Ymir Knight stays in to take the direct snap. They fake it to the motion receiver, give it straight ahead to Holman, puts the helmet down and comes up just shy of the Middletown 45. They're going to mark him at the 46.
It's a little bit better here, a little bit better run on 2nd down, setting up a 3rd down and 5. Let's see let's see what they go with on a 3rd down and short. Again, you want to get it. You at least got to get a 1st down here to keep this drive going, keep the momentum pushing, putting the pressure on that Cavalier defense.
It looks like they're bringing in the Earthquake personnel. I see Moyer, Brandon West, and one of the other D linemen.
Chandler,
yeah, he's in there.
Now watch the back judge here, Glenn. This is taking a little bit of time.
Yep.
There's 10, there's 4. They get it
up. Fumble. Holman picked it up on a bounce. Oh, my. That was almost disastrous for Smyrna. And he comes up about 2 yards shy. It'll be 4th and short.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that went from being a complete disaster for Smyrna to now it's decision time. You got a 4th down and short. Holman, great athleticism, great hand-eye coordination to pick up that football off the turf.
Definitely. Here we go. 4th down and about 3. From the Middletown 44-yard line.
I'm giving it to 7. I'm giving it to my bruiser here.
Now they stop the snap count, check the sidelines, see if there's any change in the play. A minute and a half to go here in the 3rd. And now the timeout. Yeah. Smyrna alertly had to call a timeout. They didn't want to get delay a game. We're going to step aside, too, with 1:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter. It's Middletown 14, Smyrna 8, back after this.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Blue Coast Seafood Grill and Raw Bar in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway, Blue Coast features indoor and outdoor dining and serves beautiful, simple food that highlights the flavors of Southern Delaware. With chef-inspired daily specials, an award-winning wine list, and an extensive list of craft cocktails and local beer, Blue Coast is the perfect spot for a night out. Blue Coast Seafood Grill in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round for lunch and dinner. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer.
We still have 1:30 to go in the 3rd quarter, but Pat, this could be a big moment in the game. It's 4th down and 3 for Smyrna at the Cavalier 44-yard line.
Glenn, you're right. You're exactly right. Momentum has turned to Smyrna's side. They score. Obviously, they bring this within a 14-8 game. They want to keep putting pressure on this Middletown defense, and in order to do so, they got to keep the chains moving. If they don't, this is going to be a turnover on downs and a short field for Middletown. You're exactly right in the belief that this is a huge moment in the game despite being the 3rd quarter.
Ymir Knight checks with the O-line, backs up alongside Holman. Holman takes the snap, started left, cuts it inside. Great tackle by Middletown. They upended him short. He didn't even gain a thing. And it looked like one of the first ones in there for Middletown might have been Kasim Powell.
Yeah, great job by Powell and Ronald Davis. The transfer coming down from Roman Catholic. Ton of different Division I offers and interest. He came up from a safety spot and helped clean up the mess there. Well done there by number 2 in blue. And that's a big-time stop for Middletown.
Great tackle.
And I love, this is a great opportunity and a great spot. Again, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Take the top off the defense here. Play action pass. See if you can get behind the secondary. Let your star quarterback make a throw.
Well, he lit it up in the 2nd quarter and found 6 different receivers in that quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Trips to the bottom of your screen, lone receiver to the top. Roberson in motion. Pressure's coming, and he's going to be sacked at the 30-yard line, and blitzing through there was number 11 for Smyrna, Kamaj Carney.
And it was, I tell you what, and a tremendous job as well there, Glenn, by Julian Charlescar as well, coming through and making joining the party in the backfield, Glenn. And, I made the statement of taking the shot, and they did. You got to protect. Got to protect right there.
I said that was Carney, but I'm not so sure it was.
I think it was Charlescar.
Okay, Charlescar.
43.
My mistake.
You're good, Glenn. You're good. But, hey, you got to slide in. You got to block the nose guard there.
Big loss. They handed off right up the middle. Chandler tried to wrap him up. Pearson broke that tackle, and then he was finally brought down by number 10. That's Nazir Jenkins, a senior.
That may do it for the third quarter. Let's see if they let this wind down. But what a play on first down for the Smyrna defense. They just refuse to let momentum get away from them. There's an official's time. Something on the field. Looks like there's something on the field.
Just 22 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
Like maybe a water bottle or something squeaked by. All right, let's see.
Clock runs. I'm not sure Middletown has to snap it. I don't think they do.
I don't think they will.
And we're going to come to the end of 3 quarters to play. It's a close one now. Middletown 14, Smyrna 8 on our first state ortho game of the week. Back for the fourth quarter of action right after this on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports.
We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all this seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen every day. It was just a great experience. We love Ferris.
From Soto Concepts, today we're at Blue Coast Seafood Grill and Raw Bar in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway, Blue Coast features indoor and outdoor dining and serves beautiful, simple food that highlights the flavors of Southern Delaware. With chef-inspired daily specials, an award-winning wine list, and an extensive list of craft cocktails and local beer, Blue Coast is the perfect spot for a night out. Blue Coast Seafood Grill in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round for lunch and dinner. See you soon.
12 minutes of regulation to go here at Cavaliers Stadium. It's the Harvest Bowl. Smyrna, I don't think has ever won a Harvest Bowl game. They certainly haven't since Mike Judy took over in 2014. Empty backfield on 3rd and 19. Troyer throws far side, has his man at the 40, and he goes down right there. On the reception was Noah Crasilla. So it's going to be 4th down and about 14.
Yeah, you take what the defense gives you. You never know, right? You could break a tackle, make a big-time play. Troyer did the right thing, got the ball out quick to his receiver, and good job by Smyrna coming up, securing the tackle.
That'll bring in, for the 3rd time in their second half, Cole Jortson to punt. And back deep for Smyrna, as he has been all night, is Joshua Gill.
Thank you.
High snap. Good punt. Great hang time. Shouldn't get a return here. Takes a Smyrna bounce and is down by the Cavaliers at the Eagle 36-yard line.
What a game here, Glenn. Back and forth we go. Defensive battle. Who's going to come away with this one? The Eagles, as we said, they need one drive. One drive here.
Yeah.
To really put some pressure on Middletown.
And like I've said, I expected this to be a low-scoring game.
Yeah.
Because you had 2 of the better defenses in Class 3A. And again, I'll throw Sussex Central in there right now and say they're the top 3 defenses I've seen in 3A.
I would agree with you, Glenn. I would definitely agree with you.
All right. Looks like Brian Wright is back in the game at quarterback. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, flips it out to Holman. Fought off one defender and can't stiff arm another. He'll go down. I think he's going to lose a couple of yards.
There's just not much you can do there. Mikey Pearson, just textbook job in his outside linebacker position, coming up, keeping the outside arm free, fighting through the outside shoulder with the blocker, and forcing Holman to bounce and bounce his line out. And that ended up causing a loss of 3 on the play. Mikey Pearson did make the tackle, but he made the play there.
Second down, about 14 to go now for Smyrna. Wright takes a snap, hands it off right up the middle. Gets some of the yardage lost on the previous play.
Just tough. It's tough. It's tough to get around this defensive front for Middletown, and they're collapsing in. I mean, right there, that was Tristan Graham coming in and making the play, number 42. There's just no space. And, you know, a lot of things we used to see back in the day from this team was a lot of wide receiver screens. Haven't seen that much tonight.
Third down, 11 for Smyrna. From their own 36. Wright hands it off again, right up the middle, bouncing off one defender, but then gang tackled for no gain.
Not much you can do. Wheeler's the first guy to meet him in the backfield. He came through and just knocked Holman straight back. There's just not much room right now for Smyrna to run. And you got to bring the punt unit out here on 4th and 11 at their own 35-yard line.
For them, Pat, that means Jameer Knight, and he's already out there. He's already had one punt blocked tonight.
Oh, and that's it. I mean, that's the scary thing. I mean, putting yourself at risk at this stage of the game with this field position.
You in motion, rolling far side.
Oh, they got the edge.
Knight is going to run with it. Turns the corner to 40, 45. I think he got the first down.
He did, Glenn.
It marked him out of bounds, but where's the spot? I think he got it.
He had the edge. I mean, you saw the way that they have this thing set up is they're going to rush to the right side, and if Middletown or whoever doesn't keep contained, he's just going to keep running with it. And you saw it right away. They got the edge, and he did. He picked up a first down on a 4th and 13. Wow.
17-yard run and a key block by right tackle Jaden Price.
Wow.
And then just a superior effort after he broke the line of scrimmage by Yaya Knight.
That was extremely impressive. And again, now you're starting to mount some pressure against this Middletown team. Keep the chains moving, and this could get real interesting real quick.
Earthquake. Knight with it. Looks for an opening.
Oh,
breaks
wow,
the tackle. There it goes. And Knight's going to score, and we're tied at 14.
Glenn, what a job. And that wasn't Knight. Knight was the initial guy there, Glenn.
Oh, who was that?
And they got you fooled on that. Yeah, that
did.
Timothy Yancey, the sophomore.
Wow. Yancey scores.
It was like a play fake because Knight was back there. You saw him get stopped. Middletown had completely stuffed him behind the line of scrimmage, but he didn't have the ball. It was Yancey who took it almost like a counter play, and there was nobody backside there for Middletown. We got ourselves a tie game.
What a great run because he started up the middle and then cut on a dime to the outside, and once he squirted through the secondary, he was gone. Yancey's showing a lot of speed, and now Smyrna trying to take the lead.
Whoa. Shot out of a cannon right there.
A difference of two halves so far.
And, you know, we were sitting here, we were wondering about this this earthquake formation, right?
Yeah, early in the game, yeah.
All it's done has worn down this Middletown defensive front potentially.
You're possibly right.
Now you're a half a step slower, and next thing you know, what was a 2-yard gain because you were stuffing them is now they're finding the lane, and now their speed kicks in the second level, and they're churning out big plays. Smyrna's got to burn a timeout though. I'm sure they're not happy about that.
Well, they want to be real careful what they call here on this 2-point run because right now it's tied. 47-yard touchdown run by Yancey.
What a game here for the Harvest Bowl, Glenn. And we want to thank all the viewers that stuck with us through the third quarter. I know it was a little bit choppy there in the third quarter, but we've had ourselves quite the finish here so far, and this has been fun. This has been fun.
And, Pat, it's such a great atmosphere here. I mean, you got passionate fans from Middletown and from Smyrna. They've just packed the stands here. They're standing around the fences beyond the goalpost in the end zone. And, seating capacity here is pretty big. I mean,
yeah,
I'm going to say there's probably at least 1,000 to 1,500 people on the visitor side.
Yeah. it's an impressive thing to look out and see. That's for sure.
All right, here we go with a 2-point try. 9:20 left in regulation. Ymir Knight alongside Holman. Holman takes the snap, trying to get the edge, and he is stopped short. Middletown comes up and brings him down at the 1-yard line.
That was Wheeler again coming through and making the play. Great job keeping this game tied, keeping Middletown alive in this one. I mean, 9:20 to go here, Glenn. We got ourselves a tie football game. Anything can happen. This Smyrna defensive front has been wreaking havoc in the passing game. Troyer can't get his feet set. Let's see how this thing goes down the stretch. We're in for a treat.
Oh, we sure are. We kind of thought this might happen when we were talking about it last week at our weekly Buffalo Wild Wings show.
Yep.
And what a game for our first State Ortho game of the week. Benny had a great one last week. His first State Ortho game of the week. Sussex Central with a 7-0 win over Salesianum. Tight one there. Defensive battle.
Yeah.
Corcilla and Roberson are deep. Roberson to the top of your screen. Joshua Michael checks the officials, and now Roberson and Corcilla switch sides. Pooch kick, far sideline. It's going to go out of bounds. Options here for Middletown. They can take it where it went out. They can take it at their 35, or they can make Smyrna re-kick 5 yards back. And it looks like the decision's made. They're going to take it at the 35.
Yeah, why not? I mean, that's a decent starting field position. Get your offense back on the field right now. You want to try to establish some momentum, right? Get the ball in your offense's hands, and let's see what you can make happen. Let's see what they do. Let's see what they do, Glenn. I mean, last time they tried to come out and pass the ball, which, I agreed with. Right. And it was a sack. Charles Gar came right in, and it was a loss of like 12.
Had 2 sacks on that series.
And that's big. Let's see what they come out and do here. If they establish the run or if they go back to the pass. Haven't been able to run on Smyrna really all night.
Pearson alongside Troyer in the backfield. Trips to the top of your screen. Fake. Look to pass. Being pressured. The first man in there was Nate Chandler, and he slowed him up enough for 3 teammates to come in and tackle him at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and you could tell it was an RPO, and he was looking to get rid of the ball quickly. The initial read wasn't there. Chandler was in his face, and once he pump faked and couldn't get Chandler, get around Chandler, he was kind of done. There was really no other secondary routes to throw to. Again, Smyrna getting it done with the pass rush here.
Obviously, an adjustment they made in the locker room at halftime, Pat, put the pressure on Troyer because they were getting hurt with that passing game.
They were.
Second down and about 11. Troyer hands it off this time. Pearson trying to get the edge now, cuts it up the middle. Got pretty good yardage across the 40 to the 41, about 6 yards.
Yeah, I like what Mikey Pearson did there. He could have tried to bounce that to the outside, use his speed to get to the edge, and try and make a big-time game-changing play. But no, he put his foot in the ground and charged forward. Now he's setting his team up with a 3rd down and short and what could be potentially 2-down territory. A gain of 6 works on 2nd down there.
Sure does. A lot of different things in the playbook here for Middletown. 3rd down and 4. Trips to the top. Pearson behind Troyer. Henson to the bottom of your screen. Back to pass. Over the middle, it's tipped. And incomplete, and it'll be 4th and 4.
Love it. Again, this D-line has been huge for Smyrna in the second half, Glenn. Whether it's getting it after the quarterback is sacking them or right there, knowing I can't get there. So what do? You put the hands up, and you put them up in the air. You make it hard to throw through. They tip the pass there, and they're lucky that wasn't intercepted. Cavs 3 and out again, Glenn.
Yeah, they're going to go to the punt, trust their defense with about 8 minutes to go in the ball game. You figure Smyrna doesn't really have a field goal kicker unless they get down real deep. Then they might bring Michael in.
Well, and here's the fear, right? This isn't a quick strike Smyrna offense like in years past.
There's the punt.
You're going to punt this one away. There's a chance Smyrna could wind a lot of this clock down on a long drive.
Punt was down by the Cavaliers special teams at the Eagle 30-yard line. That's where Smyrna will have it, 7:48 to go.
This is big. I mean, the whole second half has been big because Smyrna's been able to completely shut down this Middletown offense. Again, Smyrna, this is a make-or-break drive. Smyrna gets a drive going here. As we said, it's going to get later and later into the fourth quarter. That pressure is going to start mounting on this Cavalier defense. Cavs really need a 3-and-out and get their offense back on the field to try and generate some kind of momentum offensively.
Brian Wright in the gun, flanked by 2 running backs. He hands it off to Ymir Knight, who dives across the 35 out to the 37, and he'll gain about 5.
I mean, you got to look at it like this. What was no holes in the first half, completely locked down. Now all of a sudden there's a little bit of space for these running backs to get through. And that's credit to Smyrna's conditioning to continue to pound on Middletown here in the second half.
Wright takes the snap. Run play option, gives it to Knight again, who bounces outside and gets the first down. He's across the 40. They're going to mark him out at the 46-yard line.
The Eagles are soaring right now. They are rolling. Yeah, I mean, you can see it. The space that's being created is big, and these Smyrna backs are able to make things happen that they just weren't able to do in the first half.
Pat, do you get the sense that Middletown's reeling a little bit here defensively, like they're back on their heels?
Yes, without a doubt, Glenn. I think you're accurate with that observation.
1st and 10 for the Eagles at their own 46. Wright stays in the game, takes the low snap, hands it off to Ymir Knight. He'll get a couple of yards.
Yeah, that's a great job coming up there by number 33, Casey Hackett. Coming up, taking the legs out. It's still a 3-yard gain.
Smyrna goes no huddle.
Middletown needs to stop, Glenn. I mean, to your point, they're on their heels. They desperately need to stop to get the offense back on the field. And the offense needs to get a couple first downs because the juice is being completely sucked out of that. Look at the sideline here. It's tense in the stadium right now.
2nd down and 8. The give is to Ymir Knight. Bounces it outside. Looks for a block. Gets to midfield, and that's about it. Nice one-on-one tackle by Pearson. I'll tell you, he's having a heck of a game, Pearson is.
Pearson's laying his body on the line. He's just unselfish, right? He's coming up. He's making plays. He's taking what the defense is giving him in the backfield. But what pursuit there by the Middletown defense. I saw Wheeler. I saw Priestley. Obviously, coming up making the play was Pearson. These guys are getting after it right now, and this is the kind of energy you got to play with on defense when momentum is sliding away from you.
Now, look at this, Pat. It's 3rd and 6 from midfield, and Smyrna brings in the short yardage package, the Earthquake. 6 minutes to go in the game. And now a timeout taken by Middletown.
That's the first one they've taken in the second half, and I think it's appropriate right here. Again, your guys, like you had mentioned, you're starting to see them kind of play back on their heels prior to that last play where Pearson made the stop. Get your guys a breather a little bit. Calm down. Prepare yourself for 2 plays, right? Because you're going to see this earthquake formation come out here. Smyrna seems like they're in 4-down territory. Obviously, if it's 3rd and 7, they're coming out to run the earthquake. I'm assuming they're thinking they're going to get 3 here on 3rd down and planning on getting 3 more on 4th down.
Well, they had a big run in that last touchdown drive by Ymir Knight, who broke through, got the edge, and got a big first down running down the sideline. Mm-hmm. And then that set up Yancey's longest play from scrimmage tonight, that 47-yard touchdown run.
Middletown faithful getting up, trying to cheer their guys on, supply the energy that's kind of been drained out of them. You saw Hackett trying to get this crowd raised up too, number 33.
Smyrna stays with the earthquake package with Cole Moyer and Brandon West. The blocking backs right in front of Ymir Knight and Markel Holman. Middletown stacks the middle. Ymir Knight tries the edge, cuts it back, jukes one defender, and you're right, he got about 2 yards, so it's going to be 4th and 4.
Great job by Middletown getting out there on the pursuit angle, making sure Ymir couldn't bounce it outside, and then they secured the tackle on the cutback. Got about half the yardage there, and a decision here for Smyrna on what to do in a tie game right around midfield. You don't want to give Troyer and this offense the ball real tight here.
Yeah, you're right.
At least you wouldn't think you would want to do that.
Yeah.
But this Smyrna defense has been incredible in the second half.
It will not be the earthquake, but Ymir Knight stays in at quarterback.
I like this. Get a couple guys out of the box. Create some space.
Has two black backs in the backfield with him. Rolls the far side and punts it. Gets the punt away. Nobody back deep. And it's going to be a Smyrna bounce inside the 15 and down around the 14-yard line.
That worked out wonderfully there for Smyrna.
All right, Pat, so here we go. 4:58 to go in the tie game. Middletown backed up inside their own 15, and they have not made a first down the second half.
Yeah, I mean, this Smyrna defense has been suffocating. The pass rush has really gotten to Troyer. They've been able to, they neutralized the run in the first half as well. It was the passing game, like you mentioned, that was hurting them. They've been able to neutralize that here in the second half. The pass rush is getting to Troyer, and when they're not getting to Troyer, they're making it hard, tight windows for him to throw in, and they're batting balls at the line of scrimmage. See if they can continue that. But, you know, the crazy thing is for Middletown, as much as it's been a struggle here in the second half, one drive here could get them a win and escape with a victory here.
Sure could. And now Troyer looking to the sideline for the play. He has Roberson back there with him. They might have to call timeout. And they do. Middletown calls a timeout. I think that's the second one they've called here in the half. They have one left.
Both teams have one timeout left, Glenn, and you know with 4:54, if I'm not mistaken, 4:58 to go in this fourth quarter, timeouts could come down big down the stretch in a tie game too.
Pat has mentioned a couple of times that we had a couple of internet glitches in the third quarter, and we apologize for that. One thing I don't want to apologize for tonight is I've had a bout of sinus infection, allergies, headache. Well, the headache aside, it's mostly sinus problems, and I'm struggling with the throat tonight. So bear with me. This is not the normal voice.
This is true moxie from my colleague Glenn Frazier here. What a performance tonight by this man. Love it. I'm glad you're here, man. You're powering through. I love it. This is tremendous.
It's the 302 earthquake formation. That's what it is. Troyer drops back, has time this time, rolls near side, has an outlet receiver. Henson, but coming up and making the stop for a loss. Who was that?
That's
24.
Yeah, what a job there.
That's Michael Stinnett.
Yeah, Makai Stinnett coming up, making a play, tremendous. And you know what? He just stayed true to his assignment there. I'm not going to let a guy get behind me. And Troyer took what the defense gave him, and that's important too on this drive. Don't try and force the ball down the field. I mean, you gotta. I mean, it was only 1 yard, but you gotta take what they can get. See if you get yourself in a rhythm as a quarterback. See some completions.
2nd down and 9 from their own 15. Troyer has Roberson with him in the backfield. Drops back. Pressure's coming from Caleb Blaine. Throws the home run ball, and Henson makes the catch up at the 40-yard line.
What a throw. I mean, he knew he was going to take a shot. I believe that was Chandler coming in on him, or Charles Gar, and he knew he was going to take a shot, and Troyer just planted his feet and delivered a ball on time. And I'll tell you what, he put that ball out there beautifully for Henson to come up with the play.
And you're right. Caleb Blaine was right in his face.
Blaine, okay, yeah.
Already has 1 sack in the game, the nose guard does for Smyrna. Fresh set of downs, 4 minutes to go in the contest. Troyer looking far side, where he had trips in and out of the hands of his intended receiver and incomplete.
And you see there may have been a little confusion on the route tree right there. He had 2 guys in one area, and that's typically not right. Both guys kind of running the dig route or the hitch route there in the middle of the field, and they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted, that's for sure.
Smyrna hasn't come up with a turnover in the game. They've been intercepted. They've had a punt blocked. The Cavaliers have been mistake-free in that category. Pearson in the slot now. Empty backfield for Troyer. Blitz coming from a linebacker, and that might be miscommunication there, incomplete.
Oh, not only that, but again, pressure coming right through the middle on Troyer. I think his arm got hit on the follow-through there. It didn't allow him to get on top of the football and snap it down. And again, he's lucky that landed in no man's land. And now 3rd down and 10 very quickly here, Glenn.
3:48, clock stopped on the incomplete. 14-14 in the first State Ortho game of the week, and it's turned out to be just that. a battle of the top two teams in Class 3A.
And it's tense over here on this Middletown sideline. Everybody is like hands on their mouth, very concerned right now.
Trips to the top of your screen. Henson to the bottom. Troyer. Now he rolls near side. Throws to the sideline. Completes it to Priestley in Smyrna territory at the 48, just shy of the first down.
We've seen this all night. We saw it in the first half, and again, Troyer rolling to his right, his strong side, and delivering the ball with accuracy and zip on the run to a receiver who broke his route off and got to the sideline. They've done a great job of that tonight. 3 or 4 or 5 times already in this game they've done it. Big time play, and sets up a 4th down and very manageable here.
Yeah, how about 4th and 2 from the Smyrna 48-yard line? Troyer looks to the sideline, waits for a play.
They got to be careful, man. They got 1 timeout left here. Watch this back, Judge. We'll let you know where the play clock's at.
Trips to the top of your screen. Henson to the bottom. Roberson to the right of Troyer. Oh, and he drew Smyrna off. Penalty, and they get the first down.
What a job right there by Middletown, right? They've had a couple penalties in this game. That time they stay very disciplined, and they get Smyrna on the hard count. What a second time they've done that. One was earlier in the game. This is a huge one to get them a first down on a 4th and short.
That was huge. You're right. Oh, no, wait a minute. It was against Middletown.
Was it?
They backed him up.
They gave him the first down, Glenn. They gave him the first down.
Okay.
They may have marked it upfield a little too far.
Okay.
1st and 10.
Pearson gets the ball. He dives for maybe a yard. That's it. Well, now Middletown just wants to keep the clock running, not give the ball back to Smyrna, and at least take it into overtime if need be.
Right, you're at home. You would feel like you got momentum because you're the home team. And yeah, there's enough time here that you can continue to work this ball down the field.
From the Smyrna 42, 3:10 to go. Pearson to the left of Troyer. Twin receivers, top and bottom of your screen. 3-man rush. Blaine, no, that's not Blaine. Who is that?
That's Charles Gar.
Oh, he came untouched.
He did.
A 3-man rush, and they get a sack, Pat.
You know how big that is to be able to drop 8 guys back in coverage because your pass rush is able to get there with a 3-man rush. Julian Charles Gar, another sack from the nose guard position. He's almost unblockable up there. He's just wreaked havoc all night. And Troyer, he had nowhere to go. I mean, he just had nowhere he could go.
3rd down and 18 from their own 49-yard line. 2:20 to go. Troyer back to pass. 3-man rush, and Brandon West almost got him. Forced him to throw the ball out of bounds and incomplete.
What pressure from the Smyrna defense here when they've needed it the most.
And, Pat, I'll say it again. They're doing it with a 3-man rush. They're not blitzing anybody.
No. And that's going to set up 4th down and long, and they're going to get the ball back.
With 2:16, Middletown will punt.
Middletown's smart. You're punting the ball out of bounds and making that offense drive on you. Don't let this team have a chance to take a punt back on you.
Now let's see
at this point in the game.
See how they handle it with Matthew Colbjornson. Gets the snap, pressure's coming, he gets it off. Nice punt, angled near sideline. And Middletown will down this around the Smyrna 20-yard line, inside the 20th and 19. 2:05 to go.
It's a great punt. That's a great punt. Again, this isn't a quick strike offense, and you didn't want to shank one right there, and he didn't. He put one right down the middle of the field and did a wonderful job making the Smyrna offense have to drive the length of the field.
Now, if you're the Eagles here, Pat, do you stay conservative, try to keep the ball on the ground, knowing Middletown has only 1 timeout left, and you play for overtime?
Yeah, I mean, that's what they've been doing all game, and I would think that they would continue that, Glenn. I don't think you get out of your game plan right now. Give the ball to Holman, give the ball to Knight. Let them see if they can break something loose.
Ryan Wright in the game. He rolls far side. Pressure's coming. He throws downfield to sideline. Jump ball batted away by Priestley. Intended for Nolan Fretz.
Or do that, Glenn. Or do that, right? You know, I'll say this. I wish I saw that a little earlier in the game.
Good show of sportsmanship at the end of the play because Fritz turned around and kind of congratulated Priestley on a good play. You don't see that too often during the course of a game.
Especially in a 14-14 game with under 2 minutes to go. You're exactly right, Glenn.
Stops the clock with 1:59 to go.
But I wish you saw that a little bit earlier. I think that is, those shots could have been there, could have loosened things up in the first half. Better late than never, I guess, but.
Now Smyrna switches to the earthquake.
Now we're going to try and get the clock moving. Now, if I'm Middletown, if you get a stop, call a timeout.
Second down at 10. Ymir Knight takes it himself, looks for some blocking on the far side. Not much there. Middletown stops him for no gain. It's going to be third down and 10, maybe third and 11.
And they're going to probably see about 40 seconds run off the clock. There's going to be under a minute to go. And if Middletown could get a stop here, they'll get the ball back with probably about 50 seconds left.
Well, here's the thought process, too. Middletown probably has a better kicking game if they want to do a field goal in OT.
Right.
But Smyrna they're going to get the ball to 10. They've got that earthquake formation.
Well, that's it, Glenn. And they've done well in some of those short yards. The problem with them is they haven't been able to put a whole drive together. You're eliminating that in overtime. That's a great point.
All right. Direct snap goes to Holman. Nothing there on the outside. He breaks it up the middle, tries to get outside, runs into his own blocker, who's trying to help him out, but there's about five Cavaliers there.
Blow the whistle.
And as whistle blows with 1 minute to go. Now we're under a minute, clock running. It'll be fourth down.
You can see Coach Blum trying to call a timeout there, and he does finally get it. 56 seconds to go.
Yeah, timeout. I think that's the final one.
It should be.
For Middletown.
It should be. That's big. Again, you're going to, if you can field this punt, Glenn, you got to come up and try and do it and save time and field position. Because if I'm Smyrna, I'm not touching the ball. I'm letting that bounce until they stop it and letting that clock wind the entire time. So Middletown, this return man, if he's smart, he's got to try and come up and field this punt, save as much field position as you can and as much time as you can for your offense now with no timeouts and under a minute to go.
Well, here's the thing. Smyrna will have, obviously, Ymir Knight take the direct snap. Now, what he's done is, if he has a lane, he'll take off and run, but he better make sure he gets the first down. Pretty sure he's going to punt this, but because he's not deep in the backfield, there's always that risk of having it blocked.
You're exactly right, Glenn, and I'll tell you what, this would be a devastating time for a block punt for Smyrna and an electric play if you're a Middletown fan, if you could get one.
All right, Knight is back there. Undoubtedly, he rolls to the right with this. Middletown's coming up the line of scrimmage. It's a pitch back, and they're going to make you punt it. The left footer gets it, and Middletown's going to field it at the 48-yard line. That's Pearson down the sidelines and knocked out of bounds, close to the Smyrna 30. It's all going to depend on the spot, but Middletown with great field position.
Heads-up play right there by the future midshipman. I mean, he just came up there. Like I said, you can't allow that ball to continue to bounce and the clock to wind. He came up, he fielded it, he secured it, and now he's got his team in scoring position with, what we got, 47 seconds to go. That's great work by Mikey Pearson. Heads-up play by the senior.
That's a return of 21 yards.
And no timeouts here. Middletown's offensive line's got it. They got to dig deep right now and try and protect against this three-man rush. Give Troyer some time to make a play.
If he's going to throw, we'll have to see. I would think they're going to do their darndest to throw the ball and get down close enough for a field goal attempt.
You got to take a shot here.
Troyer has Roberson to his right. He's back. Blitz is coming in by Cole Moyer, but he missed him. But that slowed him up, moved him up in the pocket, and that allowed number 10 to get in there for Smyrna and finish him off, Najee Jenkins.
Great job right there by Smyrna, right? You talked about three-man rush. That time they brought extra guys. Middletown wasn't prepared for it. That's a big sack. There's a spike.
That'll stop the clock, but, yeah, with 26. Yeah, that time Cole Moyer blitzed from his linebacker position. He did miss because Troyer stepped up, but what that did was that slowed him down and forced him right into the waning hands of Jenkins.
I would have loved to seen Troyer, if he could have, on the way up there, knowing you're in trouble and throwing the ball away, saving the yardage, saving the time on the clock. You don't want to take a sack at this point in the game with no timeouts left.
5 sacks tonight by the Smyrna defense, 4 here in the second half.
That's big, Glenn. That's a key stat right there, my friend.
From their own 32, or from the Eagle 32. Troyer back to pass. Pressure coming off the edge. He throws downfield. It's deflected and incomplete. There were 2 receivers down there. I think Roberson got his hand on it.
Roberson got his hand on it, but he took a shot right there, led by number 12 in coverage, Eric Spears, as well as number 32, Robert Durnall. I mean, those guys came through with a pop and jarred that ball loose. But otherwise, that wasn't, I mean, I like that. And you got to take your chances here if you're Middletown.
From the Eagle 32, it's now 4th down and 13. 20 seconds to go in regulation. Tied at 14 here in the Harvest Bowl.
What a game, Glenn. This is what we signed up for, my friend.
Early season classic. Troyer flanked by Pearson in the backfield. Takes the snap. Clock's running. Looks downfield. Rolls near side. Sets up. Throws it into the end zone. Wide open. Touchdown. Wow.
Wow.
Number 18, Noah Crasilla. I think the defender might have fallen down, but he was wide open for the 32-yard score.
Glenn, you're exactly right. That's exactly what happened. The backside safety there, backside corner, lost his footing as that ball was in the air, and it just left Crasilla wide open there. I mean, Troyer just threw that one up there to trust in his guy. He was under pressure, and unfortunately for the Smyrna defender, he just lost his footing on the turf. Wow, what a moment, Glenn. What a moment.
We went from really staring overtime in the face to Middletown, who scored with 11 seconds to go in the first half, scores with 13 seconds to go in the game. Hamm for the kick. Crasilla's the holder. Kick is up. Kick is good. We're going to keep it right here with 13 seconds to go, and it's now 21-14 in favor of the Cavaliers.
What a job there. I mean, just Troyer knowing I'm going to take a hit. It's 4th down. I'm taking a shot. I'm letting this thing rip. I'm not allowing this to go down in this way where I'm going. And he put it up there, and when you take chances, good things happen sometimes, right? And right there, that was a lucky, fortuitous bounce right there for Middletown to get the go-ahead touchdown. And now all they got to do is just secure tackles, and they walk away with a win right here.
Smyrna might have 1 timeout left.
They do. 1 timeout left. 1 timeout left for the Eagles.
I'm sure this is going to be a pooch kick to get the clock going. If it's anything in the air, Smyrna can call for a fair catch.
As they should. I mean, this ball's in the air. You're trying to preserve as much time as you can for your offense, especially because they're not going to kick it deep. They're not going to even give you a chance to return this
I don't think so. I think you're right. Both teams have a lot of good speed out there on special teams. Hamm to kick it off. Cowbells are rocking here at Middletown, right out in front of our press box here. High end over end. Sails to the far side, picked on the 19-yard line.
This is dangerous.
That's Gue. And he has stormed under at the 25, clock running, and finally stopped with just under 6 seconds to go. Then now a flag's thrown from the side judge along the Middletown bench.
Let's see what they call here.
And there's a flag on the Smyrna sideline.
Maybe it's a sideline warning. Coach maybe bumped an official. I mean, sometimes that happens in these kind of plays. The official's running down the sideline. It can be tough. Let's see what they call.
I think 2 different flags here. One thrown by the side judge right in front of the Middletown sideline. And then the other one is dead ball way after the play. And we'll have to see this get sorted out. They're still talking about it. Smyrna's going to take the opportunity to pull the offense off. And
they got to come up with something here. I mean, 6 seconds left. I don't even know if you got time for a quick pass timeout.
No. Got to be a little razzle-dazzle. What do you got in the playbook?
I mean, right, you got to hope for a couple broken tackles, a couple missed assignments is pretty much what you got to hope for here. But what a moment for the transfer quarterback from Maryland.
Oh, dead ball on Smyrna.
That doesn't help their cause.
No.
But Austin Troyer, the
That's
junior.
the first one.
Another unsportsmanlike.
And then the
against them.
second
Yeah,
one,
this
now
is
they're going to go
tough.
way back.
It's going to be tough for Smyrna here.
Half the distance, they got to go the whole field. Well, now if you're Middletown, you just back all your speedy secondary guys 20, 30 yards off the ball. Don't let them break anything long.
It turns into a game of Red Rover, Red Rover. Bring the eagle on over.
Yeah, who you want to send? Brian Wright's the quarterback, flanked by Holman. He's back to pass from his end zone. Steps up and throws it. They're going to try the razzle-dazzle. It's a little hook and ladder to Ymir Knight. Ymir Knight up the sideline. It goes out of bounds, and that's the game. So Smyrna had something in the playbook. Well, what a game. As Middletown, Pat, they scored with 11 seconds to go in the half to take a 14-0 lead, and then they scored with 13 seconds to go in the game. Those two scores were huge.
They're absolutely huge, and what a moment for, like I said, the transfer quarterback, Austin Troyer, coming over from Maryland. He's welcomed into Delaware football, his first Harvest Bowl game, and he comes up with a huge play on 4th and 13, Glenn. That was a dime into the end zone. It was a perfect Hail Mary throw with pressure in his face. Just do a jump ball up there, hoping his guy came down with it. And he got, I mean, they did get lucky that the Smyrna defender fell down there, but great job securing the catch, the game-winning touchdown by Noah Crisilla. What a moment for Middletown, preserving the victory here, maintaining that #1 standing in our records.
All right, we're going to start the post game after we step aside for some commercials. When we come back, our player of the game, some unofficial stats, the scoring plays, and we'll see if we have any scoring updates on other games. We'll do that when we come back after this on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports.
I'm Chef Hari Cameron. At Grandpa Mac, pasta's our thing. We serve quality food fast that's not fast food. We make everything in-house and serve something for everyone. We're open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Follow the noodle to Grandpa Mac.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822. Melissa Ellis is part of 4 Acre Realty Company. She is licensed in both Delaware and Pennsylvania. Melissa knows that being personable and patient is a key to her success as a realtor. Helping both buyers and sellers understand current market values and conditions puts them in the best position when making an offer or pricing a home for sale. That kind of high-level professional communication and her skill at being a team player put Melissa's clients at ease, knowing she has their best interests at heart. Melissa is also an athlete herself, playing multiple sports so she understands what teamwork means. She is still involved in sports, whether it's sponsoring, coaching, or being team mom for her own 2 daughters' teams. What sets her apart is how grateful Melissa is for the trust of her clients. She never takes that trust for granted. She affords all people respect and honesty and works hard to be the support system clients need and deserve. Melissa Ellis. Strong connections, strong service.
High school athletics is not what it used to be. The sporting goods industry has been disrupted, adding to coach and athletic director daily challenges. BSN Sports stands ready to change the fundamentals of our industry, giving our customers the advantages they need right now. Your dedicated local sales pro is supported with nationwide team service.
What can you say? It was a thriller here tonight. We expected every bit of this, but number 1 and number 2 in Class 3A turned out to be that. As Middletown pretty much dominated the first half, going up 14-0 in the locker room, Smyrna dominated the second half up until the final 2 minutes. It was a 14-14 tie, and then Middletown broke that tie with 13 seconds to go on a pass in the end zone to a wide-open Noah Crisilla after the Smyrna defender fell down. And Pat, who's our player of the game?
And you got to go with it, right? That was the play of the game. You got to go with the junior transfer quarterback Austin Troyer, 14 of 23, which is very, very good in terms of percentage here. 157 yards, 2 touchdowns, including that 32-yard game-winning touchdown with 13 seconds to go. Congratulations, Austin, for being the player of the game here in the Harvest Bowl.
Here's the scoring in the second half. Smyrna scores on a 10-yard run by Holman to get on the board at 5:28 in the third. Then he ran in the 2-point try, and it was a 6-point lead for Middletown at 14-8. In the fourth quarter, 9:20 to go. He faked me out. Yancey went 47 yards to tie the game, but the 2-point try was stopped a yard shy of the goal line, and that left the game tied at 14. Middletown had been 3 and out every series of the second half until the final drive. And then with 13 seconds to go was a 32-yard pass to Crisilla from Troyer. Hamm's kick made the final 21-14. Middletown improves to 1-1. Smyrna falls to 1-1. Middletown next week will be crosstown to take on Appo High, and Smyrna will go down to play Caesar Rodney, both of those games next Friday night. The only final score that I see, looking through the internet, Lake led Milford 28-8 at half in the Battle of the Bell. Milford came back. The final was 34-26 in favor of Lake Forest. So Benny Mitchell had a heck of a game too tonight. And those are the 2 game of the week that we had tonight in downstate Delaware. I want to thank our sponsor for the game of the week, First Aid Orthopedics. First Aid Ortho has 29 physicians at 16 locations, which provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions. They're specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques, serving as a team of physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local rec and competitive leagues. Their doctors are readily available to all the local emergency departments, medical aid, and urgent care centers for consult and treatment. Give them a call, 302-322-3400, or visit them online at firstaidortho.com. Be sure to mention that you saw their ad on Delaware Live Sports, and we thank them again. They're a sponsor for the game of the week, and it certainly turned out to be that, Pat.
Yes, it did, and a tremendous game here tonight. Both teams, a heck of an effort there by Smyrna crawling back into this one in the second half, trailing by 14, making this thing a game, and then, what a finish.
All right, that'll wrap things up for us here tonight. A thrilling end to this ball game. We want to thank Athletic Director Colleen Kelly here at Middletown High, both coaches and their staffs, Coach Blum and Coach Wagner, for their assistance with our live stream. For Nick Halliday, my broadcast partner, Pat Garriantes, I'm Glenn Frazier. Final score once again in the Harvest Bowl, Middletown 21, Smyrna 14. Have a great weekend.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home. The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go,